WOCA. Ocala. WOCA The Source presents Friday Night High School Football with Galen, Unold, and Adam Mikulin, featuring Trinity Catholic High School tonight. Trinity plays, oh my gosh, North Marion High School. Brought to you by Automax on the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Quality cars with outlet prices. By Verizon Wireless, authorized retailer Matt Wilkerson, where he comes to you in Marion County. By Ocala Aviation, located at the Ocala Airport, where you too can learn to fly. And by Life South Community Blood Center, save lives, give blood. And now here is your host, Galen Unold.
And thank you very much, Larry Whitler. Welcome to Spar, Florida, and Stan Toole Memorial Stadium. I don't know if they call it that anymore, but that's what it used to be known as. But no matter how you slice it, it's the home of the Colts. And tonight we've got a county matchup that's going to be just a ton of fun. And
good matchup.
Adam, I think this is your first time out here to North Marion, we're out here where all the farms are, and
it was a beautiful ride, man. I gotta tell you, on the bike as the sun was going down, it didn't get any better than that. And now high school football, ooh, buddy.
It's a gorgeous night. It's not too cold, which is good, but it's not too hot so that I can keep the windows open and not sweat to death. But before we get too deep into this game, because we are going to break tonight's game out, this is the Celtics, radio network, and we can't go very far without kind of going back in time to last week.
Oh, yeah.
When we were up in Jacksonville, and the game that we witnessed between Providence and Trinity Catholic that went into overtime. And Adam, that was just a lot of fun.
That was incredible. What a fun, overall, outstanding athletic performance on both sides, man. We talked about block kicks. We talked about punts for touchdowns. We talked about leaping over kids in a single bound, throwing flags for that. It had everything. And you know what? Not to take anything away, I think this is going to have a lot of fun as well.
Just talking about last week, I was talking to Coach Sturdivant this week, and I said, hey, what's up with, you never covered 81. He goes, I hadn't seen any film on him. He said, I didn't know that kid was that good.
One of the lost boys.
I guess afterwards, he found out he's going to the University of Miami, and he was just crushing the defense for the Celtics like we haven't seen all year.
Yeah.
And, he talked about the adjustments, and really interesting. I had a great interview with Coach Sturdivant, and due to audio problems, you're not going to hear it. So I apologize for that. But just a tremendous game, and more importantly, the Celtics again showed their character.
Oh yeah.
They're an aged team. They're a very mature team. They were down 13 or 14-0 when they got off the bus. Got slapped right in the mouth. Scored 20 straight points. It was tied at halftime. They really believed they won it, and at the end of regulation, but it was a miss.
Right. It was a miss, but persevered, went in overtime, and finished it. Like, we could debate all day whether or not that field goal was good, but to keep your head on straight, still on the road, and finish in overtime by blocking an extra point, that's something that, you said character. That's absolutely right. On both sides of the ball, we had character on defense to make some of the stands that they did late in the game with a push with that tight end, still catching incredible passes, and not to mention the quarterback for Providence with the wheels he had. He had a running touchdown, and then the defense stepped up, showed poise, and they did it within the last play by blocking that extra point.
Yeah, and during the interview that you will not hear, Coach Sturdivant talked about how Jordan Lewis just makes plays. When all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, this isn't going to be able to, what are we going to do here? Somebody's got to step up, and it's Jordan Lewis who steps up. But again, you talked about that poise, but this team throughout the season has had every opportunity just to lay it down.
Yeah.
Lay it in. They started 0-3. Offense just wasn't clicking. They couldn't throw the ball. They threw more interceptions than completions. And the coaching staff showed a lot of guts by saying, hey, you know what? This isn't working. We're going to gut it. We're going to throw this out and we're going to bring in something totally different. You know, Trinity Catholic doesn't play a single player outside the hash marks. And that's counter to everything that's going on in football right now. Right now in football, everybody's spreading it out. They've got two receivers.
Three receivers.
Right, three receivers on each side of the hash. And now you're going to zero. And it's amazing. And, you know, I've had the opportunity to talk to some of the players throughout the week. They're embracing it. They're loving it because they're getting the football. You know, they're getting the football 10, 12 times instead of if they were playing a slot receiver, they would get it 2 or 3.
Playmakers making plays because they're given the opportunity.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. But again, last week I think was one of those foundational wins that can have this team primed and ready for a long run. And the truth is, and we're going to talk about this later, both teams need to win out in order to make the playoffs. Right now, the Colts have a share in the district championship with the Bellevue Rattlers, but they both have to win out because of this ridiculous point system that the FHSAA has decided to go with, where you don't settle anything on the field, you settle it with a point system. It doesn't work in college football. It took them 50 years to get rid of that. Maybe it'll take us 50 years to get rid of it here. But again, and the Celtics are in the same boat. You know, they've won those 4 straight. They're playing teams that are 4A and 5A, and it's really, really starting to make an impact. And tonight's going to be a big game. But, again, last week, phenomenal game. I expect more of the same tonight. And if it comes down to special teams, Adam.
Yeah, special teams.
Special teams.
Which we talked to death about last week. And, yeah. Is it going to play into tonight with we've talked about wins the last 3 weeks we've been calling games. Tonight, I see dead calm.
It's dead calm. You know, I know when you were riding your motorcycle, you're like, this is a great day to fly.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't even have to crab it in.
Oh, it was. I'll be honest with you. The winds did pick up a little earlier in the day, but it tapered off, and it ended up being extraordinary. Yeah, man, just great stuff.
But special teams, you've got to give the nod to the Celtics because they have the hero from last week. There were a bunch of them for the Celtics. But Nick Ryan coming in, making the extra point.
Making a questionable game-winning kick /
And that's several weeks in a row where he's coming through. Punting the ball, he's been tremendous, averaging over 40 yards a kick.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah,
a lot of people
really
undertone that. That's huge.
Kickoffs are solid. You don't have to squib kick it with this kid. He can kick it through the end zone.
And we noticed last week with those squib kicks, we were starting with better field position because they didn't trust their kicker to kick it deep. We have that.
And special teams can dictate where your field position is. And tonight, the nod is squarely on the Celtics side. On the Colts side, they got a guy, Gates. He's a kicker because, he's the best of what they got, but he's not a kicker. You know, he'll toe the ball. His punts, he could punt one 60 yards or he could punt it 6. Field goals are iffy at best, and I think that's what we're going to see tonight. It's going to be field position. Can this great, and I do mean great, Celtics defense continue to dominate on that field position side via their special teams and really turn the tide in that way?
Yeah.
I'm seeing the refs walk out. That's a good sign. All right, I know the Whitecap were in good for a good night of football.
Right.
It's not the wrong one who has followed me this year, but it's going to be.
I was afraid of that. By the way.
Me too.
Just not to cut you off, but I was a little frightened of that.
It's sad when you start to recognize the Whitecap.
And last week we had such a well-called game that coming back to our own county, we were just a little hesitant. But yeah, I like what I see too.
Speaking of which, in the interview with Coach Sturdivant. And if you remember last week, Acone got a personal foul, and we thought he was just talking to the ref. Turns out he was screaming, wrap up to his teammates. And it wasn't, in that tone, and maybe not have been that exact verbiage. But that's what he said, and that's what he got a flag for.
Okay,
so,
that's what it was. We were wondering there.
Yeah, I was like, okay, all right, Catholic school. But, again, special teams tonight, just as it always is going to play a huge part because these two teams are evenly matched. And I want to continue to break down these matchups. Yeah. But before we go any further, I do want to thank all of our sponsors. Good luck tonight, Coach. And that starts with Ocala Aviation. If we make the playoffs, Ocala Aviation is going to fly us. I just made that up, but I'm going to make that happen.
Brad, you better be listening.
Yeah, and Adam, what do you guys got going on over there right now?
Oh man, we just took a look at the week, and it's just been a wonderful, ample time when you think about this kind of weather to fly in.
Sure.
And this week was prime. Early in the week we had some weather, and then thereafter it breaks, and the sky is just gorgeous and blue, and the clouds are wispy, which means discovery flights coming to the airport, and anybody in the community that would always love an opportunity to have a chance to fly or just see their house from about 1,000 feet above. They have an opportunity to do that at Ocala Airport, our Ocala OAS flight school, and we've got a lot going on over there just flight instruction wise with the amount of students. I gotta say, I'm gonna give a shout out to a good buddy. Hunter Dukes got his commercial certificate this week. He finished up yesterday after a beautiful evening coming in and becoming a commercial pilot, and that's just an example of the things that they do. This guy's got a door opened up now for a commercial aviation career, and it's fantastic, and Ocala is the place for that. Ocala Flight School, Brad, Ron Towater, good stuff for many years now, just everybody's bucket list item, or like I talked about Hunter Dukes with a dream to become a commercial pilot. It happens there.
And again, Life South Community Blood Centers this month, we're running out of time, but it's Bleed for Your Team. So if you've got a favorite football team, especially I guess the Gators right now, who've got 9 kids suspended, who the heck knows what's going on with that team. But hey, you can get a shirt that kind of supports your team, so Bleed for Your Team. And also Matt Wilkerson with Verizon Wireless. Matt, thank you so much for everything you've done for us. Without you, we couldn't do it because Dan doesn't know what he's doing, but Matt, you seem to, and that's pretty awesome. If you're getting a cell phone, if you're in the cell phone market, call Matt first, because he brings the phone to you. He ports over all your numbers, ports over all those photos. And guess what? All of our photos are stored in our phone now. And so he can do that.
Yeah, that's important when you think about it.
Sure.
Those are priceless. I'm watching people take selfies right now, and it hasn't even started yet.
It's another homecoming for us. I feel like this is our 9th one.
Yeah.
We've done 7 games, and all of them.
We've been coming home for a while.
Yeah, homecoming, senior night, something. And then also, I really want to thank Automax, and what they do for us is pretty outstanding. Right on the corner, right on the price, quality cars, outlet prices. Thank you very much, Automax. If you really enjoy what Adam and I are doing, and the Martones have allowed me to kind of play on their radio station, if you enjoy that, go see them. Go see all 4 of those sponsors, because they've stood by us, and we couldn't do it without them.
Yeah, and to mention that, this so far has been an exciting season, and to carry that over for an idea of a next exciting season, go out, get a look at those sponsors that help us through this so far just exciting football fall, with now being late October and coming down to the wire here with a big matchup like we have tonight.
Absolutely. Well, again, you are listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Until you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, and see their upfront pricing and how Automax puts their low outlet price, along with the Carfax and complete vehicle information on the window of every single vehicle. Then, and only then, can you take advantage of great finance offers, like rates from 2% with 0 down, and no payments for 90 days with loan approval. View all these great prices and vehicles on the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax, quality cars, outlet prices.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy, and there are plenty of ways to tell how you might be a redneck. For instance, if your truck is bigger than the Bloodmobile, but your house isn't, you might be a redneck. But if you have a heart as big as a Bloodmobile, you might just be a life-saving blood donor. Seriously, I am a Life South blood donor, and I encourage you to give blood too. Patients in our community rely on Life South blood to save their lives. Call 888-795-2707 or visit www.lifesouth.org for donor center and blood drive information. Remember, the life you save might be a redneck you're related to. Thanks.
And welcome back to Spar, Florida, home of the North Marion Colts, as the Colts are getting ready to take on our Trinity Catholic Celtics on a gorgeous night.
Oh, yeah.
It is fall. Halloween's in the air. There's a lot of pink in the air because you and I are all about saving second base.
Saving second base.
And it's just a perfect night for football. Mm-hmm. And when we look at these two teams, they're so evenly matched.
Yeah.
It's, the Colts are playing that spread offense, and the Celtics defense absolutely loves going against that spread offense because their defense flies around and it allows their athletes an opportunity to make plays.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And with that, too, having big plays, I think that's where it all starts. I think that's the foundation for Trinity Catholic is on defense. And if they love the spread because they can attack it, then that sets the stage for Trinity Catholic and those Celtics right there as a foundation to give an offense, an opportunity to just relax a little bit, give the playmakers, the ball, let them make plays on offense, but it starts on the defensive side.
Yeah, and that's just it. I mean, when you're in the spread, what the offense is trying to do is obviously spread it out, get their skill positions players in space, and allow their athletes to make a move.
And Trinity Catholic is so quick on defense.
Yes.
They're quick.
Yes.
Quick. We always talk about size on defense, but they're quick.
Yeah.
And when boom, zone reads, all that stuff, it comes quick. Putting pressure in the backfield comes quick.
And you look at it. You look at the quickness we talk about. Jordan Lewis, track superstar. Christian Torres, fast. Isaac General, Robert Rim at the cornerback position, and Montez Leith, your guy, Tez. And tonight, that spread's going to put a lot of pressure on two spots: the cornerback and the defensive end. Mm-hmm. And in my eyes, that plays right into Trinity Catholic's strengths, because the strengths of their team is defensive end and cornerback.
Yeah.
And Jordan Lewis, allowing him to line up on the edge and to come free with maybe an empty backfield.
Yeah.
Look out.
Yeah, look out.
Look out, because he's going to get there faster than you can get out of there.
Yep.
So I'm really, really curious to see how this is all breaking out. But tonight here at North Marion, it is homecoming. They just recognized all their seniors from the band and the cheerleaders and the football players. And there's pink everywhere. It's pink out night here at North Marion. And let's go back to that defense.
Yeah.
Last week, they went up against a really good quarterback, seasoned wide receivers, senior leadership everywhere. The Colts are the opposite. They have a bunch of young studs.
Real young.
I mean, they are young, sophomore, freshmen, everywhere. Quarterback, offered. Coach's son, sophomore. Next to him, a young man named Jaron Gilmore. If you're a fan of North Marion, you know Gilmore. Jamie has been a coach. He is one of the coaches for the Colts. He's had two sons go Division I football. So Gilmore is a stud. He's going to wear number 6. Next to him is Cavante Brown, he'll wear 25. He's a junior. He's the old man of the group. And they'll also sometimes put in another quarterback, and that's Brinson, Dominic Brinson, and he's just a freshman, 6'2", 190. Wide receiver, Brendan Shipp, a kid I know really well. He's one of those kids that means a lot to me personally. Great human being. He can be very, very special if the rest of his world turns out right. I'll put it that way.
You know, you talk about like a young team. There's always questions in the idea of the season and how well they gel, how well they can come together. Because they're young, maybe you lack leadership, or you just asked other kids to step up at a younger level to be a leader. And how does that carry to a game like this, where there's a little bit riding on it, especially for each team, needing to win to keep the playoff hopes alive? Does that mean that your sophomore, who's looking for leadership in the beginning of the season, is that leader, steps up and carries some of his teammates here through some, maybe some treacherous third downs and all that stuff to make some plays happen? Do they gel well? Even though they're young, do they gel well?
Do you have the experience to overcome the obstacles that you're facing, the adversity that you're facing?
Or just the stage of this game, just knowing that you're at home, you want to do it for your fans, but you need the win to keep the hope alive.
Absolutely. They're 2-6.
Yeah.
So this Colts team isn't blowing the doors off of anybody. But if this team can somehow manage to make the playoffs, look out. The future is bright here on the north side of town. The other side, the Celtics on defense are full of leadership in that senior deal, and they have dealt with diversity all season. You got Jordan Lewis, who's a senior. You got Robert Rim, senior. You've got Tony Bruton, senior. And then everybody else is a junior or senior. This is a very mature team that has overcome their own obstacles. Again, I talked about it. They completely rebooted the offense and said, we're going to do something completely different, guys. Join us. Now, here's something you don't ever see. The Celtics band has joined the North Marion Colts band.
Yeah.
And I guess they're going to do a joint effort on the Star Spangled Banner.
Nice.
That'll be fun.
Nice.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's all about sportsmanship,
That's pretty cool.
And
haven't seen that before.
Let the band do that, and let the football players
and
pummel each other.
Let me kind of set the stage. So the Celtics are in the far end zone here on the north side, and the Colts team is all lined up in the end zone on the south side. And there's pink everywhere, and both bands are on the field, a lot of flags, a lot of people in different color shirts in the band. I guess they didn't know what uniform to wear, so they wore some of everything. That's what I'm kind of seeing. And but we are going to step aside while they play the national anthem, and then we're going to come back. And I want to really break down the Celtics offense against this Colts defense, because that's going to be very, very big. But you are listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on WOCA, The Source.
When you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, you won't take the new car depreciation because Automax saves you thousands on late model vehicles. Browse the inventory online at automaxocala.com. Then come down to see the great vehicles and upfront pricing in person. Compare up to 60 models inside the climate control showroom. So take your time. No high pressure, no gimmicks, no games. On the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy, and there are plenty of ways to tell how you might be a redneck. For instance, if your truck is bigger than the Bloodmobile, but your house isn't, you might be a redneck. But if you have a heart as big as a bloodmobile, you might just be a life-saving blood donor. Seriously, I am a Life South blood donor, and I encourage you to give blood too. Patients in our community rely on Life South blood to save their lives. Call 888-795-2707 or visit www.lifesouth.org for donor center and blood drive information. Remember, the life you save might be a redneck you're related to. Thanks.
Highway traffic.
Welcome back to Spar, Florida, home of the North Marion Colts as they get ready to take on the Trinity Catholic Celtics. We've gotten the pleasantries out of the way. Both marching bands are coming off the field from a great rendition of Old Glory and the Star Spangled Banner.
That was really nice.
It was cool.
Coming together sounded good.
Yeah. And let's talk about the Celtics offense, shall we?
Yes.
Last week, nobody saw them scoring 40 points.
Ooh.
Nobody saw them. I did.
40 big points, man. When you think about being down 13-0 that early in the game, 40 points is how it finished.
Well, what I'm so impressed by with this Celtics team is they're now being able to make some explosive plays, right?
Yeah.
They are able to make plays, and you would not expect it. You're like, oh my gosh, they just hand it to Robert Rim. Every time Robert Rim touches the football, he scores. I saw him last night at football practice. I said, hey, how do you like this new offense? He goes, he couldn't contain his emotion. He was so happy. Because here's a guy, he's going to play cornerback at the next level. He's a wide receiver, but you give him the ball and he gets to come around the end, and every time he touches it, the holes are so big he's wide open. And the same is true for the keys to this offense are very simple. That offensive line, has to continue to get better.
Right. Right.
But really, the quarterback stirs the drink.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, I love John Glenn. I love Folsom. I love Kwiatkowski. I love Morales up front and Brendan Dixon up front. But King Red, Corey King, and Tony Bruton, the deuces are wild in the backfield.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When we had a statistician there last week. We don't have that now. Now, I can't remember some of those stats.
We'll find a paper guy. Maybe he'll be out here.
But with the amount of carries, amount of abilities to make plays that these guys were presented with, just sticking to it. We talked about how in the game with last week being down 13-0, as really their offense wasn't picking up right away. Do you abandon that, or do you stick to the game plan? And they did. They stuck to the game plan. They trusted. Like we talked about the playmakers with Corey King, Bruton, and wow, 20 unanswered points that we talked about there before the half to go in 2020, and. With the defensive side setting things up to, defend the spread, which they're excited about, I think that's the foundation that takes some pressure off the offense if defense right away gets some stops. When you take a little pressure off the offense, those kids can then, when I say make plays, I'm talking about try to make a move outside instead of trying to just go up because they're playing more relaxed. When they see a hole, boom, they explode right through it instead of trying to wait behind to see something else and slide over.
Trusting each other.
Exactly. That gel that I maybe was talking about with the Colts, we know that this Trinity Catholic Celtics gelling on offense is key. They showed really something, I think, last week. Like you said, 40 points. But being down 13-0 and really having to step it up, they didn't abandon it, stayed with it, and that was one for.
In this team, and when that overtime started, I know we keep going back to last week, but when that overtime started, we looked at each other and said they have to score a touchdown
because we knew Providence was going to score.
Because there was no doubt in our mind that
with
Providence
tight
was
end with that quarterback.
Now the kick, was a big fat question mark for both teams, but again. This team is really gelled, and now they're able to add some wrinkles.
Yeah.
During the interview that you will not hear because of audio difficulties, Coach Sturdivant said they had something like 96 plays.
Wow.
And I said, he looked at me, he goes, Galen, you think we run 96 plays? I said, no, you run like 4.
Yeah. He
goes, yeah, but there's these subtle little changes, and those subtle little changes are the reason why you're seeing these huge holes, and that's been the key.
Really?
Is how just these little subtle things that they're doing, which tells me this is an extremely intelligent football team.
Yeah.
hey, all you have to do is you look at a team like the New England Patriots, who pride themselves on being smarter than everybody else. You cannot play stupid football.
Right.
And this offense is very, very sophisticated.
Yeah, picking up
even though it's as simple as it is.
Yeah, and what we see, what the fans see is another run up the middle or something like that. But the way they figured out, each play on the offensive side when Trinity Catholic's playing defense. That's what is that? Marion's Colts now.
Yeah,
on the field.
Colts are coming out.
Yeah,
and it's going to be a fun game. The Colts. I will set the scene as we're about to kick off. The Celtics are going to receive. It's junior night out here. So you've got the Jaguars out here, which is a local Pop Warner team, running out. The Broncos, which is an MCYFL team. We spanked them last year, Adam, just so you know. And the Colts are wearing these gray with the traditional doo-doo brown, as my little brother who graduated from North Marion, I used to always call it doo-doo brown and gold helmets.
Doo-doo brown. I think it's like
doo-doo brown. Hey, just so we're very clear, I spent a lot of my life right here at the stadium, and I'm not kidding. I've probably broadcast 50 different sporting events for North Marion.
Yeah.
My mom taught here for 30 years. To me, this is like coming home.
This is home.
In a lot of ways, and I love it up here on the north side. I've coached a lot of kids that are playing on this team. I walk in 15 seconds in, and I see a familiar face. So I'm at home here at Stan Toole Memorial. I knew Stan. How about that? I didn't call him Stan, that's for sure. But let's see what happens, because the hype is now over. This is the best game in the county.
Yes.
I'm going to try to keep everybody up to date and to see if my Forest Wildcats, my alma mater, can somehow pull up a miracle and beat the Knights, but I don't think it's going to happen. But in the kick is my man, and again, I love this kid, Brendan Shipp. I coached him in baseball. You're going to hear me say that a lot. I've known him since he was 7. He's going to come in and do the kicking for the Colts as they're going to move, kick it deep to the Celtics, and that's going to be picked up by Corey King, and it's dropped. It goes through his hands. He picks it up at the 5, heads up the middle, tries to get a block, tries to get another one, and is brought down right at the 6-yard line.
Oh, wow.
As the Celtics are going to have poor field position by that early mental mistake by Corey King.
Yeah.
And the Celtics are wearing their green pants, white jerseys, gold helmets, and they're going to be moving from our left to our right.
Yeah, just look like they're just a little hesitant on whether or not to go after that. Just got over his head a little bit.
Sure.
And now, like we talked about, special teams, here we go with a little poor field position to start, which that would have turned out a little bit better had he caught that straight up.
Nice kick by Brendan.
Yeah.
And, hey, I will tell you what, Corey King broke a golden rule. You never catch a kickoff over your head.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yep.
All right, so the Celtics are going to come to the line. 11:51 left to go here in the first quarter. Red is going to be in shotgun. To his right will be Corey King. They're going to give it to King. He heads to the left, needs a block, puts his head down and picks up maybe a half a yard, maybe to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to set up 2nd down and 10.
Look like Wilkerson for the Colts on a tackle there.
Yeah, they're going to just stream to the football, and it really comes down. Let's see if this O-line can move the Colts' defensive line and then catch them on that swing pass.
Yeah.
So now the Colts are going to come to the line. The wing is going to be set up to the left side with Robert Wren playing the wing. To the two Reds left will be Corey King out of the shotgun formation. He's going to give it to King. He heads to the left side and gets back to the line of scrimmage where he's met again. They're trying to run over that left side so far, and it's just not working behind Hunter Folsom and John Glenn. Mm-hmm. It's just not working yet.
Not yet. 2 plays in here. Got a big third down here back here.
Yeah, 3rd and 9. The ball sits right at the 7-yard line. Not good field position thus far for the Celtics. And now this time they're going to run to the right side, and Corey King gets a block, heads over the middle. He's got 10, and he's outside to the 20-yard line, to the 22. That'll be a 1st down. Celtics, as they stick to their guns and pick up a 1st down.
Nice. I saw 2 great blocks right there up front that let him get another 6 yards out of that, which got him a 1st down.
Dixon blew his guy up. They're going to go quick. Wing this time to the right. They're going to give it to Bruton. Bruton heads up the middle, but he's met right at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be brought down, and it's going to stay right there at the 23-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Like the tackle there.
2nd and 8, I guess.
Trey Davis for the Colts, his first tackle of the night.
All right, so now the Celtics are going to look at their wristband. They're going to bring in an extra tight end here.
I like the no huddle.
The wing is to the right, and they're going to give it to Bruton. He heads up the middle, jumps back to the left side to try to get a block, and he gets maybe 2, and that's going to set up 3rd down and 5. That was a really important first down there when they were pinned.
Yeah, it was.
It gave them a little breathing room, and so at least Nick Ryan, if they do have to punt, isn't punting from his end zone.
Exactly. That's what I was fearing a little bit there, but good first down here. Let's see another one.
All right, so Celtics come to the line. Montez Leath will be the wing to the right side. And Bruton, they're going to run the option. Bruton gets the pitch. He heads over, tries to get a block, and he's going to be well short of the first down after he gains 2 yards. Ball is going to be placed at the 29, where it'll be 4th down and 4. So that'll bring in Nick Ryan.
Nick Ryan, opponent like we just talked about. Now he's got a little bit of room instead of being backed up in his own end zone.
And back deep is going to be Jaron Gilmore. Young man I saw a lot in junior football, my son, and he played on the same team for the Chiefs. His dad was a coach.
Is he fast? I heard
he hurt his knee.
Yeah.
And but we'll see. Nick Ryan puts a high hanging kick. It's going to bounce at the 45 and then take a forward roll up to the 42 where it's down by Montez Leath. It'll be 1st and 10 Colts. Not a great kick, but an effective kick.
Very effective. Hang up there. They had good coverage there. So here a little bit of field position for the Colts to begin with. So we'll see how this Trinity Catholic defense will right away handle this spread offense that we were talking about pregame. I'm a little excited here.
You
So
are,
the defense.
You're
this is where it starts, buddy.
That's it.
This is where it starts.
All right, 8:47 left to go, and now the Colts are going to head from our right to our left. And the quarterback is going to be Buck Offord. To his left is going to be Rivers. They're going to give it to Rivers, and then they're going to bring the ship on around, and he throws it out back to the quarterback. Offord. He's at the 40. He's all the way at the 30, and he's got knocked out of bounds at the 20 as Brendan Shipp makes a little wide receiver pass. Wide open was Buck Offord right out of the gate with that good field position. Head coach Offord goes to his bag of tricks.
Right away. What a play call. First play of the game.
Now, and they're going to go quick here as Offord is in shotgun. Behind him is Rivers. 3 wideouts, 2 to the bottom. They're going to give it to Rivers, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. And that's it. That's all he's going to get. And it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Tackle made by Folsom on that one. We'll stop up front. Okay.
You know, that's one of those plays because the Colts have such athletes. They love to spread the football and get them in their hands in different ways. And that was an opportunity for you to really see the skill set of Brendan Shipp.
Yeah.
He is fast.
Very good
2nd down and 9.
Yep.
Shotgun formation. They're going to give it to the deep man Rivers, and he's met after a gain of 3. That'll set up 3rd down and 5. Now, we've talked in the pregame about special teams. This is a team that's going to go for it on 4th down in this situation 90% of the time.
And that's interesting because when you think about that mindset on defense, just because you held them on 3rd down, get your mind right. You got one more down to go.
So Buck Offord, not the largest human being, 5'8", 150. He's in shotgun. Behind him is Rivers. They're going to send a man in motion. That's Gaskin. And then he's brought down in the backfield by Jordan Lewis. Wow. As I'm not sure. They didn't even have a chance to snap it.
That is quick.
When you need a play and you're a Celtics fan, you just dial up number 32, Mr. Jordan Lewis, and he answers the call.
You were talking about that on the end. Is anybody going to touch him a few times getting into this backfield? No one touched him there.
No. They need to account for him. So now that's going to be 4th and 15, and as we suspected, as the ball sits right at the 24-yard line, they're going to go for it. Shotgun formation, bunch set to the top. Brendan Shipp's all by himself at the bottom. They're going to call for the snap, try to draw the Celtics offside. Now they're going to look to the sideline for the play.
8 seconds left.
Kavonte Brown is the deep back.
3 seconds.
2 Bucks right. They're going to throw it to Shipp. Shipp's got one-on-one with Montez Leath, and Montez Leath makes a great play in coverage. Incomplete. That's a good one-on-one matchup, and those two know each other well from 7-on-7.
Step for step on that one, Galen. Great coverage. Got a hand in there just as that ball comes. His timing's epic.
Perfect defense, as you said. Montez Leath makes a play. But it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Celtics. After that initial little, wide receiver pass, got them great field position. The Celtics stand up behind Jordan Lewis, and that big defensive line holds. It's 1st and 10. Ball sits right at the 25-yard line. 6:38 left to go in the first quarter. No score. Second possession for the Celtics. Red is the quarterback. To his left is Corey King. Corey King runs over the right side. He's met in the backfield. And that'll be maybe a gain. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. And that'll be 2nd and 10. The whole world for the Colts. Another herd, if you will, because we had the Stallions last week. We had the Colts this week.
Colts. That was a herd, and they're in the backfield. Was that back to the original line of scrimmage, or is that a bit of a loss?
That's going to be second, though. Maybe gave him 6 inches.
Yeah.
So now the Celtics are going to come in. Corey King is the running back to the left. The wing is to the right. They're going to run the option to the right. Red keeps it. Gets hit hard after a gain of 3. And that was a pop on the play.
KJ Kinsler on the tackle for the Colts.
And that's going to set up 3rd and 6.
Yeah. That quick. Here we go. Another big 3rd down, I think, for the Celtics.
Yeah, they brought Christian Torres in motion as the deep, wide wing back, if you will. And Corey and King Red, who's so good at that ball fake, just got popped. All right, so there we go, Celtics go. Red's going to head to the left side. He needs a block. He picks it up, hits the sideline, and is brought down after a gain of 3. I thought he had a little daylight to the sidelines, but again, that's an example of that Colts speed.
Yeah. As
they brought him down after a gain of 2, and now Nick Ryan with his second punt of the night.
Second punt of the night, pretty much almost identical from the spot that it was in the last possession here. A little bit better kick this time.
So here we are. 4th and 4. Ball sits right at the 31-yard line. Back deep is Jai Gilmore. Nick Ryan waits for the snap. He gets it. It's a good one. Puts his foot into a high hanging kick. Fair caught there by Gilmore. Makes a nice adjustment at the end. And we're right back where they were last time, right at the 40-yard line.
40-yard line.
Nothing has changed.
I think one thing that should change here is maybe the alerted defense on that initial first play for the Colts. I don't think the defense were on their heels for that one for a little bit, but head on a swivel now on this one.
Well, we've got a water break, and so we're going to step aside real quick. You are listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Palm Garden announces Fast Track. Fast Track. Focused assessment, safe transition. When a new guest is admitted to Palm Garden, we start with the ABCs. A is the assessment to determine what the guest needs. B is for basic care, which is excellent nursing and therapy. And C is for consistency to provide what's needed throughout the stay. Fast Track. Palm Garden will get you home fast, really, really fast. Take a fast tour of Palm Garden, located at the corner of Southwest 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
Yeah, hey, welcome back to North Marion, where they're taking the ball for their 2nd time. But before I go any further, I really want to thank everybody back in the studio, my man Larry and Doug. Can't do it without you guys. Thank you.
Appreciate it, fellas.
We're at 4:49 left to go in the first quarter. The Colts have the ball. They're still moving from our right to our left. They're going to be in the shotgun. To the left of Offord, this time will be Brown, and they're going to give it on the end around, and that's Gates. Gates gets a block. He's out to the left side, tries to get to the corner, and is met after about 5 yards by Montez Leaf. Good solid tackle there by the Celtics.
Good angle to take to not let him get any more yards up that sideline, too, to head him off the pass.
And again, that spread offense, they haven't thrown the ball yet, but they like to put the ball in their athletes' hands. I guess I should say the quarterback hasn't thrown the ball yet.
Yeah.
So that'll be 2nd down and 4, maybe 4.5. So, Offord looks to the sideline. Behind him is Rivers. And they're going to give it to Rivers. He runs right up the middle into a bunch of Celtics. And that's going to be a gain of, I guess they'll give him 1 on the forward progress. 3rd down and 5.
Brings up 3rd down and a long 4.
And so, again, the no huddle out here for either team, as Offord is going to come to the line of scrimmage. He's going to go in. I thought he was coming under center, but he goes back and gets in shotgun. 2 wide receivers each way. They're going to send Rivers in motion. Offord's going to keep himself run right up the gut, and that's a no bueno play, because right there in the middle is somebody named Dixon, and Dixon said, hello.
That was a hard hit. It's filling gaps like they do. There's a spread. They spread the field wide, creating already just natural holes, but they fill the gaps. Great tackle.
Christian Torres was there as well. So now the Colts are going to punt, and again, Kenyell Gates is the punter. He's a junior. Where's number 1? This could go 6 yards or it could go 60. Back deep is Corey King for the Celtics. There's the snap. Kick is up, and it's an end-over-end ugly thing that bounces. King's going to pick it up at the 20. He heads over the line, gets to the 30 where he's brought down. Again, that's an example of what you're going to see. That ball was never more than 5 yards up above ground.
It was a line drive, baby.
It was a line drive and took a good bounce if you're a Colt. Corey King was able to pick it up and return it about 11 yards, and that'll be the best field position of the night for the Celtics.
Looked like he had a little room there. Good tackle, a little shoestring tackle because he had some daylight.
3:06 left to go here in the first quarter. 0-0 is our score. And the Celtics are going to come directly to the line of scrimmage from the sideline as they all look at their wristband. Big John Glenn's the center. He's the leader on this offensive line. They are so happy to have him back from his injury. So Red's going to be in the shotgun. To his left, it's going to be direct snap to Bruton. Bruton heads over the right side, cuts it back up the middle, and is met by a herd of Colts after a gain of 3.
Good herd, good run.
So that'll be 2nd and 7. Tony Bruton, he just did a direct snap, and again, that's one of those variations of a formation of a play where that kind of little subtle detail can catch a team napping.
Right, those little nuances that they might not pick up.
Yeah, but good fundamental defense there by the Colts. All right, so this time Bruton will be to Red's right. He's going to fake it to him. They're going to run the option. Red tries to keep it. Good thing he was going to option it out to Montez Lee, but that was covered, and so he kept it himself, and that'll be 3rd and 5. Another one of those great ball fakes by Red.
Defense on both sides now. Great tackling so far, and the Colts showing that right there here so far, these last 2 tackles to pretty much stop some open daylight for these Celtics, maybe break one.
Well, today at halftime, I'm hoping that we can talk to the athletic director for the Celtics, Tommy Bond. I've been trying for like 4 weeks.
Yes, but a phantom when it comes to halftime.
He's been big time in this. So now they're going to give it to Bruton. Bruton heads over the left side, and he's going to lose a yard. That's going to set up 4th down and 6. Big call here for the Celtics. I think they're going to play the field position game, and they are, as Nick Ryan comes out for the punt. Another ineffective series of downs, but this is the type of offense that Celtics run.
That's right.
Bang, 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 and then they're going to bust one, and they're going to wear you out, and you better be fundamentally sound.
It's a grind. It's a grind. We saw that last week a little bit in the beginning. They were stopping them, but that grind starts to wear you down, and holes open up.
All right, so here we go. Nick Ryan, high punt, does a good job of bringing it down, has time, puts his foot into a nice punt. It's going to bounce to the 40. It's going to be picked up by Jai Gilmore at the 25. He heads to the left side, gets a block. He breaks another one. He's at the 40. He's all the way out over midfield where he's knocked down by Nick Ryan all the way into Colts territory at the 49. I thought there was a flag on the play, but it looked like the official picked it up. And so that's going to be 1st and 10, Colts inside of Celtics territory as it sits right at the 40. They're going to call it the 49.
These Colts liking this field position so far with every one of their possessions from the 40 on up. Here now we're starting at midfield for another possession.
Nice run there by Gilmore. And so, again, the Colts have the football. 59 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Alford's in the shotgun. And they draw the Celtics offside. That'll be 5 yards against Mr. Jordan Lewis. 1st and 5. For some reason, the refs are going to talk about it. And now they decide that it's on the offense. I guess Jordan Lewis was drawn offsides. Somebody flexed. So that'll be a 1st and 15. Big mistake there.
Yeah. When that happens, we like those discussions, don't we?
I guess so, yeah. Only thing I saw was Jordan Lewis jump. So now it'll be 1st and 15. The ball sits at the 46-yard line. On the Colts side. And the Celtics look like they're going to go a blitz. They're going to throw a slant route intended for Ship. Not a well-thrown ball, and he would have been brought down after a short gain. But now it'll be 2nd down and 15.
trying to play
after the incomplete pass.
Little quick slant on that. I like the play design there with that, but I think either way he catches that football, there ain't nowhere to go.
Yeah, I tell you what, you get the ball into Ship's hand. He's a special athlete. He really is. 55 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 0-0 is your score. And the Celtics look like they're going to blitz again. They're going to give the shotgun. They're going to give it to Rivers. Rivers heads over the right side, but he's brought down by Jordan Lewis. Ball pops out, but they're going to say he was down. And I'll tell you what.
What a tackle.
Lewis. And Rivers is a big human being. You know, they have him listed. There's no way that kid's 5'7", 147. This must be one of those roster issues. So, because that kid is much bigger than that. I got to find out if that really is Rivers. Because that dude's huge. Hey, Kenyon, who's number 4?
Number 4 is Jalico Gaskins.
Oh, see, I had the wrong guy.
5'9",
That's Jalico Gaskins. That's more like it, 5'9", 205. Gaskins is now the deep man. And Alford's going to drop back. He gets some late protection. It was intended for Jai Gilmore. He was open, but not a well-thrown ball. And that's going to set up 4th and 15 and another punt here today. If you are into punters, this is your place to be. I think we've had, 3 first downs all night in the first quarter, and we're going to have our 4th punt. And again, Gates is back there to punt. He had one of the uglier punts we've seen all year, but he got a good roll. And back deep will be Corey King. And we're waiting for the snap. There it is. It's a good one. And he puts his foot into a nice kick that bounces. And I may have hit a player at the 40, or I'm sorry, at the 25, bounces backwards, and it's down to the 30. Almost looked like it hit Montez Lee there. That was scary.
It took a wicked hop. It bounced kind of weird, funny backwards, but now they're going to get it here at the 30.
That was a good kick.
Yeah, that was real
a good kick.
Like we said, either 6 yards or 60.
I mean, you know, it looked better, I guess, than it really was. It only went 25 yards.
25.
Not a great kick, but a lot prettier than the last one you saw. Like, if you were to kick that in your backyard, like, oh, that was a great kick. The one before is like what we all do.
Now, another chance for the Trinity Catholic offense here. Galen, what do you see coming on this next possession? You see sticking to just like we talked about? I'd like to see maybe more of the option with the with the way that they've
let the quarterback continue to handle football. Well, it's going to the quarter is ended, and so we're going into the second quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 football for the Celtics. Best field position of the night for them. They're going to have it at their own 32.
A defensive quarter all around on both teams.
I think you just keep doing what you're doing. Grind it out, grind it out, because that's how this team's going to win, is by grinding it out. That's how they've won all year. Mm-hmm. Now, we haven't seen much of the end around yet, but maybe we'll see that here. But Red's in the shotgun. To his left, deuces are wild, and it's going to be Tony Bruton, I believe. No, it's Corey King. They're going to drop back. Red drops back. He fires a ball well over Etienne's head, but there's a flag on the play, and that may be the best result possible for the Celtics as a pass interference against the Colts. Didn't see much there. It may have happened while I was looking away.
Didn't see much there, but maybe that was the beat on the ball that might have got him a little bit closer to it. It was definitely overthrown, but looked like there might have been.
Yeah,
he had good pace with him, but never really caught up to the football.
They're going to call pass interference, and you said throwing something out there, but that's going to be a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah.
That'll be a first down. Jairi Turner was the guilty victim for the Colts. And so here we go. Once again, the Celtics are in shotgun, wing this time to the left side. Etienne is the wing back. They're going to give it, that's Torres. They're going to give it to him on the end around after the little reverse. He brings it out right up to midfield. The ball's going to sit at the 50-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 3. I thought that was Etienne, but he was on the other side. That was actually Torres on the carry. Nice little misdirection there.
Yeah, not too bad.
2nd down and 2 after the spot. And the Celtics go into the hurry-up mode. Wing is to the right. Corey King gets the ball right in the middle, gets a first down, puts his head down, breaks a tackle. He's at the 40, the 30, he's in the 20. He's going to he's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Corey King. Wow. 50-yard run for the Celtics to take the lead. They just keep pounding. And then they score to take the lead at the 11-19 mark.
There you go. That's where the grinding just now finally wore down. I was wondering if we were going to see it in this possession, and there it is.
I was shocked they threw the football.
Yeah.
I was asking Coach Durbin, I said, if you throw the ball more than 2 times, you're in trouble. And he laughed. So maybe he knows something. They got that, pass interference to set that all up. Now Nick Ryan in for the point after the snap is up. It's down, and the kick is good to add 1 more point to the total. It's now 7-0. Trinity Catholic Celtics take the early lead here at Stan Toole Memorial.
Great start to the second quarter. That's what you wanted to see, a little bit more offense from Trinity Catholic here to just, get those points first. I think that was important.
I'll tell you what, that left side of the offensive line, John Glenn was there, Kwiatkowski was there.
Yeah.
But Brendan Dixon set that all up. He sealed it. And then Corey King hit the hole really hard. Guy couldn't wrap up. He didn't spin move. He just bounced out.
That was strength.
Untouched.
That was strength. Strength and speed.
That was a pretty play.
Everything we've seen so far from Corey King.
The Colts have the brand new system where they record every play, and then they can instantly view it on the big screen on the sidelines.
Really?
So there's a tent here set up, and I just saw Jamie Gilmore, one of the coaches, just screaming at everybody and bringing them over to the tent where they could watch that play. I don't know if they want to see that. But here we go, 7-0, 11:19 left to go as Nick Ryan gets ready to put his foot in the ball. Back deep is Brendan Shipp. Oh, they're going to pooch kick it, and Nick Ryan kicks it into the first row of the home stands. That may have been the worst kick I've ever seen him do. So there's going to be a penalty, and they can either take the ball at the spot, or they can call a penalty and make them redo it. If I'm the Colts, I'd take the ball right there because the ball will be at like the 50. Let's see where they mark it. They're going to mark it at the 47.
Yeah.
They can have it at the 47, or they can make them re-kick it. And they are going to make them – nope, they're going to keep the football there. And so back on the field is Offord. He'll be your quarterback. Behind him will be Brown. 2 wide receivers each way for the Colts. They move from our left to our right. And there's a false start on the Colts. Calvin Brown Jr., just wide receiver. No reason to get ahead of the game. But good job there by Tony Bruton.
Yeah.
He just pointed right at him and said, you did it. And they're literally a foot from the referee. That's an easy call. You can't stand that. Those are so bad. Those penalties are just so bad.
That's the presence of Bruton. He's already intimidating his other.
1st and 15 now for the Colts. Now, Brown is going to be to Offord's right. He's going to look to his left to throw. He's under pressure, and he's brought down from behind after a 3-yard gain by the quarterback on the other side, King Red.
Yep.
2nd down and 13.
He got back there quick. Stepped up in the pocket, but not much room to run, but another hand on a great tackle.
Yeah, he's playing that middle linebacker, slot guy, defensive end. They're really maneuvering these guys around now. And again, same formation for the Colts. They're going to give it to the running back, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3, and there's 2 flags on the play. That's usually in the range of holding, maybe face mask, but I think that's going to be holding.
If that was a holding for the offense.
Chop block against the Colts. Chop block, that's a 15-yarder, and that they're going to replay 2nd down because I push them back now. If I'm the Celtics, I'll take 2nd down and 25. I guess it'll be 27 instead of 3rd down and 12. That's a big call because it's such a dangerous play. Now the ball moves all the way back to the 31, Adam.
Wow.
And this team, it's going to be 2nd down, and let's put it this way. They have to get all the way to their own 37, or to the Celtics 37.
A lot of work to do.
Offord's in the shotgun. Behind him is Brown. And Offord's going to drop back, but he's sacked. Oh, he gets hit up the middle, and his fumbles. What the heck happened? Wow. Somehow the Celtics had the ball. King Red
with the recovery.
I did a horrible job on that play because there's like 9 things happening at once. Celtics blitzed up the middle. Offord was able to break the tackle. He spun.
Don't know how he broke the tackle either. Then, spun.
Yeah, and then another guy came in and hit him, and he fumbled, and I think that was Christian Torres that caused the fumble.
Yeah.
And it fell right into King Red's hands.
Here we go.
But no matter how you slice it, with 10:38 left to go, it's 1st and 10 Celtics football with the ball sitting at the 27-yard line. Colts are falling apart here, and this is when we talk about the youth of this team. This is when they need that senior leadership that they just don't have.
Yep. And that's tough now. Back, as they said on their own nose, that 26-yard line.
Here we go. And Red's going to run the option to the right. He fakes it. He keeps it himself. Runs ahead. Dives and gets to about the 22-yard line. That'll be a 2nd down and 5. And, you know, we were talking before the game, and I told you, I said, I think the Celtics, if they score early, could blow this game open because of the leadership.
Right.
And the reverse could be true because the Colts don't have that leadership to respond.
Right.
So Red's in shotgun. They're going to give it to Bruton. He heads up the middle, needs a block, and is met right after a gain of 1. That'll set up 3rd down and 4. Interesting set of plays. And this defense for the Celtics rises again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get their team the football here. 9:55, another forced fumble.
Not a chance to, break it up another score. 2 touchdowns would be huge right now.
After a horrible kick by Nick Ryan.
Yeah.
Celtics force a turnover. Now they're going to be able to score again as they are in the Automax red zone. Right on the corner, right on the price as the Celtics are knocking on the door. 3rd and 4. King's going to run to his right all by himself, picks up a block, and he's right at the yard marker, or the yard first down marker, just depending on the spot.
It's close.
It's right at the 17, and that's right where the first down marker is. They're going to say he's about 6 inches shy. It'll be 4th down. Decision time here, but if I'm the Celtics, I'd go for it. You're playing with house money right now.
Put your head down, forward.
Now they run everything out of the shotgun. Tony Bruton is the running back. King Red is in shotgun. Wing is to the right. They're going to give it to Bruton. Bruton breaks a tackle in the backfield, puts his head down, and gets enough for the first down for a gain of 3. And that will be 1st and 10. Celtics from the 15-yard line inside the Automax red zone.
Red zone.
Quality cars, outlet prices, Automax. 8:55 as the clock stops for the first down.
You're starting to see this grind a little bit more and a little bit more, and that's a little deflating for the defense there at the Colts to watch that 6 inches go by.
The way this offense runs, again, every player is within 6 yards of the football.
Yep.
They never see this. All right, Red's the shotgun. He's going to give it to Corey King. He heads over the right side, fumbles, ball's on the ground. And the Colts have recovered. Oh, there's a mistake we haven't seen all year from Corey King. I'm not sure if he ever got the handoff from Red, but the ball ends up on the dirt, and the Colts fall on it. It's going to be 1st and 10 Colts, and that's a play this defense needed to make.
Yeah, big time, especially after that 4th down. Now 1st and 10. That's a little bit of a mistake there for Trinity Catholic. Big mistake.
They had a chance to really put their hands on this game. And now they let the Colts right back in it with this young team. So the Colts are going to come to the line. 3 wide receivers to the up. They're going to do 2 each way. The running back is Gaskins. And we're waiting for the snap. Alford now looks back to the sideline to get the audible. He makes an audible. Still waiting. They're going to send a man in motion. They're going to give it to Gilmore. Gilmore is brought down in the backfield by Etienne for a loss of 5. And again, the speed and these defensive ends, because they're spread out, are able to come free untouched. And you cannot run against Etienne and Jordan Lewis.
That was a little rush there by the Colts. Only 1 second left on the play clock. Looked like they just snapped it and ran it. That rushed. That's what happens. If you're a little unorganized, this Trinity Catholic defense, they got no time for that.
That's a 7-yard loss. It's going to be 2nd down and 17. They're going to go with 3 wide receivers with a fullback in the pistol formation, and they're going to give it to the deep man, but Brendan Dixon comes in and says, you go nowhere, and that's another loss of 2 on the play. And the Colts offense is just not getting it done against this. And I'm not kidding when I say great Celtics defense. That's going to be 3rd. And what are we going to call that? 20? Yeah, because they're at the 12. They got to get to the 27. Somebody do the math. All right, so here we go. Alford is in the shotgun. Behind him is Gaskins. And they're going to give it to Gaskins. He heads over the left side, but he's brought down by Isaac General after a gain of 1. That's going to set up 4th down, and they're going to call it 19. and they're going to kick again. Now the Celtics are going to have very good field position, and one of your big question marks, the punter, Gates, stands 2 yards in his own end zone.
2 yards in his own end zone. We saw 2 good kicks earlier, but this is a little tight here. Not to mention, too, just getting the ball back to the Celtics after another great defensive stop after losing that fumble. Big mistake, but the defense right there to clean you up. Now get a chance to get the ball back and show some redemption.
Corey King is waiting to receive the punt. There's the snap, and it's almost blocked, and that's absolutely shanked. Somebody yet to yell 4. That looked like Dan Martone's drive.
Wake up, 77.
I mean, he shanked that ball. I mean, that ball almost landed in the front row of the stands.
77 was walking there. I thought he was going to get hit with that.
Better than I thought. They're going to mark it at the 31, and the Celtics are going to have great field position, and they're going to alter that slightly. They're going to put the ball at the 34-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Celtics with the ball in Colts territory. After the fumble by Corey King, he comes back out onto the field with the rest of the Celtics. They're all going to look at their wristband. They got an extra running back. Peter Bink just runs off the field. Mason had too many men on the field, and they're going to call that illegal substitution.
Yep.
That was confusing. When he came out, I'm like, well, you can't have him and a fullback, because General was in there, so was NTN, and Mason Peterbank, just a freshman, shouldn't have been there. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15, 6:35 left to go. The Celtics lead 7-0. Red's in the shotgun. To his left is Corey King. Red's going to roll out, looks to pass, fires a ball intended for Torres, but it's picked off, and it's going to be Colt football at the 17-yard line. And why throw that ball? I don't know. But I guess they're trying to break out their bag of tricks. Not a well-thrown ball, but extremely good coverage there by the Colts.
Saw 3 great jerseys on him, really. That's a tough throw to make. An amazing catch.
Yeah,
amazing athletic catch,
keeping 1 foot in bounds. I didn't see who made the play, but we'll figure that out when we come back. You're listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on The Source.
Attention veterans with dental needs. Dr. Chris Bonesteel is once again giving free dental care to all veterans on November 10th. What Dr. Bonesteel is offering are cleanings, fillings, and extractions at no cost to the veteran. What the veteran has to do is call Vets Helping Vets at 433-2320 to make an appointment. The program starts at 8 a.m. and ends at 3:30 p.m. So if you are a vet in need of dental care, call 433-2320. That's 433-2320.
All right, here we go. Welcome back to North Marion High School, where the Colts have just received the ball after a nice catch there by Quentin Gross on the pick. And again, King Red throwing the ball is kind of a shock.
And another big
throwing
turnover.
Throwing it to the near side, kind of do it up for grabs.
And another big turnover for the Celtics
Not
here to
smart.
squander away good field position
I
again.
question that.
Yeah.
So now the Colts are going to come and go underneath the center for a change. Offered. And they're going to toss it deep to Gaskins. Gaskins needs some help and doesn't get it. And on that toss sweep, he loses 4 yards. It'll set up 2nd down and 14. 6:18 left to go here in the first half. 7-0 Trinity.
This whole quarter's been pretty much down this side of the field here.
Which is good, because this is one of the worst press boxes in the county. I've spent a lot of quality time here. All right, 2nd down, and they're going to call it 13. And now they're going to go Offered back in the shotgun. They're going to give it to Gaskins again. Nope, he fakes it to Gaskins, throws it out to the flats to a wide open back. He gets over the 30 up to the 34-yard line. Nice play fake there by Offered. That was a lot of fun.
Jerez Rivers with that in the flat, making that catch, getting that 1st down.
I've been giving Rivers a lot of credit for runs that he didn't make earlier, so it's all right that I didn't know his number. They switch numbers all the time. Makes it a little hard. All right, so here we go. 1st down. First one in a long time for the Colts. Offered's going to be in the shotgun. They're going to send Gaskins in motion, and they fumbles a snap, and he's brought down in the backfield by Christian Torres, and that'll be another loss of 4. It's feast or famine for this Colts offense. Either trick the Celtics and get yardage, or they lose 5.
Like on that one, just another bad snap. Man,
It was a great snap. Went right through his hands.
Yeah, it went through his hands. Yeah, I was just going to say, it was leading him pretty good.
Yeah, Martin did his job there. All right, second down and 14. Shotgun formation for Offord. Celtics are looking like they're blitzing, looking like they're bringing the whole world. And now Offord's going to step aside and say, let's think about this. Do I really have to snap it? There's the snap. He's going to drop back. He looks to his right, doesn't like what he sees. Now he pulls it back and throws it late and intended for Turner, but it falls incomplete. That'll set up 3rd and 14.
Good penetration in the backfield. Trinity Catholic Celtics defense making him run outside the pocket. That's a tough throw for anybody. It really wasn't that far open, but either way, it's now a big 3rd down for them. 3rd and long.
Yeah, that was just a well-covered on the defensive side the whole way. So Offord gets some encouragement from his father on the sidelines, heads back into the shotgun formation for the Colts. 3rd and 15 here. 4:56 left to go in the first half. 2 wide receivers to the right. He goes in motion is Gilmore. Another fumbled snap, and he's going to be brought down after Offord is brought down for a loss of 5. They'll call it 4. And that's going to set up 4th down and 19. And this offense is just going the wrong direction.
Same thing.
The only thing keeping him in the game is the Celtics' mistakes.
Right, and same thing on that one. It was a pretty good snap. Just he's looking up before he actually has control of that ball.
So
that's the second one.
Yeah.
In this possession.
Here we go. It'll be 4th down and 19. Back deep is Corey King. And Gates has kicked one 35 and one 6. And that one's almost blocked. And he hits a high hanging kick. It bounces at the 50. And bounces sideways, gets all the way into Celtic territory, and is down at the 44. Good kick there by the junior, Kanile Gates. It'll be 1st and 10 Celtics from their own 44, and they have dominated field position here as the last 3 possessions.
Dominated. That's a shy word for what it's been. But now here, let's see what kind of chance they have here, running these plays, getting more down the field so they can put it in the end zone here.
You know, part of my job is to paint the picture, and the Celtics ball boy has 3 footballs.
Yeah.
He tried to hit the referee with 2 of them, and he missed by a good 30 yards on the first 2. The 3rd one, he handed it to somebody else and just gave it to him because that was a disaster. I don't know who he is, but you got to work on your game, son. All right, 1st and 10. Red is in the shotgun. They're going to put Bruton in motion. They're going to option it to him. He heads to the right side, needs a block, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and is brought down there after no gain. And it looks like the Colts may be going to another quarterback as they have somebody else warming up on the other side, and that is the other freshman, which is Dominic Brinsner, 6'2", 190. Oh, yeah, he played for the senior Colts last year. Well, let's see what happens. Shotgun formation for Red, 2nd down and 10. They're going to run the option to the right, but Red keeps it, heads over the right side, is brought down after a really nice tackle. That's going to set up 3rd down and 7.
That was a nice tackle, Kinsler, for the Colts. It's a good run.
Good, I was waiting for you to finish. You said good something. All right, here we go. 3rd and 7.
I didn't even see him come out of there.
3:16 left to go on the play.
Just a good tackle. He had room. I thought he did, and they come out of nowhere.
Middle linebacker just cleared him. Good chopping the wood tackle.
And I was going to say good run. He only got 3 on that because of that tackle.
It looked like he had a hole. All right, so here we go. Wing to the left for the Celtics. Shotgun formation. They're going to give it to Bruton. Bruton gives it back to Torres. He heads over the right side and gains it 2, maybe 3. That's going to set up 4th down and 5. Decision time for the Celtics. What are they going to do? They're going to bring out Nick Ryan with 2:43 left to go here in the first half. You're up by 7. Your defense is completely dominating the football game. Why the heck not?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to punt it. And let's see what they do is Jai Gilmore is back deep for the Colts. Nick Ryan will kick it from his own 38.
Ryan, a good punter. He's got a chance to pin him inside at least the 10-yard line with this punt here.
He could. Good snap. Kick is up, and it's a banging kick.
Beautiful.
And Jai's going to let it go into the end zone, and it stops right at the 1-yard line, bounces backwards where it's down at the 5.
Wow.
And that's a highlight reel for Nick Ryan, who has been a stud for this team all year. That ball bounced at the 2 and then was down at the 5. It looked like somebody else's wedge. My wedges don't do that.
That was textbook there, man. Beautiful.
Yeah. Everything. Hey, that was a perfect play by the punter.
Yeah.
And he's kept this team together. You look at early in the season when they went 0-3. The best player on the field for the Celtics was their punter, and that was an excellent play. Special teams, nod goes to the Celtics.
And you talk about a grind when you're having already trouble on defense, but then your defense steps up and holds the Celtics offense, but now you got to start on your own 2 or no, your own 5. That's deflating.
And they're going to keep their quarterback in. I know they had their freshman warming up, Dominic Brenzer warming up, but they're going to stay in there with Offord. He's going to be in shotgun. He's going to be 2 yards deep in his own end zone. This is dangerous category for the Colts. Colts look to the sideline for another play. In the backfield is Brown. And they're going to give it to Brown. He heads up the middle. The ball's on the ground. It's a fumble, and the Celtics recover in the end zone for it. Is it a touchdown? Is it a touchdown? I see a lot of celebration. But it is going to be Celtic football. At the end zone. Wow, 2:04 left to go. That was dangerous for the Colts. And again, kudos to Nick Ryan with that perfect punt, pinning the Colts back. And that's going to set up 1st and goal from an inch line for the Celtics to take the 14-0 lead if they can punch it in here.
Already intimidating defense. Now you're facing an intimidating defense at your own 5. And there's, the Celtics just, the way they get in there and penetrate, man, that's just good. That's good football right there.
Not a good exchange. Offord was he rushed that a little bit. Yeah. And Brown never had it, and the ball came out.
That's three times here this quarter we've seen the Colts just have trouble.
So the Celtics have it in the auto zone. They're going to give it to Corey King, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Good penetration there by the Colts, and that's KJ Kinsler on the tackle for loss.
We've said his name a few times tonight. He's working hard on defense.
Automax Red Zone, right on the corner, right of the price. Quality cars, outlet prices. Thank you, Automax. Shotgun formation. Corey King's to his left. They're going to give it to him again. He heads up the middle. We're looking for a signal. He's going to say he's short. I mean, he's right back at that inch-yard line. 3rd down and half an inch.
The way he hit that gap, I thought he might have been in there.
I mean, I'm watching the side judge for the officials, and if he moves his left foot anymore, it's going to break the play. That was close.
That is as close as you can get to the goal.
That's 3rd and like a blade of grass. 1:12 left to go as the Celtics aren't in much of a rush. They do have all their timeouts. So if they need a timeout, they could take one. Reds in the shotgun. They send Jordan Lewis out to the right. They're going to give it to Corey King. He runs in the end zone untouched.
There it is.
Touchdown, Celtics.
Touchdown, baby.
13-0. 55 seconds left to go on the shortest touchdown run I may have ever seen in my life. But it's just as many points, 6 points for the Celtics.
They still
Nick
count
Ryan comes in for the extra point.
And in the books, they still count it as 1 full yard.
Whether it's 99.5 or literally a blade of grass. But that was good penetration there by the entire Celtics line. And again, John Glenn has made all the difference for this offense since he's been back. All right, so Ryan's into the kick. He gets a good snap. It's up, and it's good. Great job there by a cone who somehow got that off. I mean, it wasn't a great snap, but he actually got that hold down, and Nick Ryan put it through. And now Cone's like, look, I got crushed on that. You got to call that. But I guess since he tipped it, they're not.
And you know what? Just to mention again, special teams. That's what set that up.
Sure it is.
That's what set that up, that blade of grass yard touchdown run. We talk about that punt, pinning him inside the 5-yard line. And then that's the 3rd time we saw a mishandle by the Colts here on that in this second quarter. And now that one paid huge. And the Celtics taking advantage of it there. Corey King. God, man, great stuff.
Yeah. All right, so the Celtics take that lead, and on the sidelines, Quentin Gross is taking some snaps. And I'll be curious to see if they make a change here at quarterback because the Colts have done nothing.
Yeah.
They have done nothing, and it's not the quarterback's fault. The offensive line has not been able to block this very, very fast and explosive. That's a term we haven't used for them yet, but they're so explosive on defense, and that's what you've seen. So Nick Ryan is going to put his foot into the ball. Brendan Shipp is back there. Let's see what he can do tonight.
Now, the kick before was a pooch out of bounds here. Let's see what happens on this one.
Well, I sure hope somebody tells Coach Tommy Bond to get up here for halftime. I saw him this morning. I said, Coach, come see me at halftime. Oh, yeah, I could do it tonight.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's see. All right, so there's a delay in the game. Something's going on. Somebody's not happy with something. Oh, this is homecoming, and there's a bunch of really nice convertibles out there. A Ferrari's out there, a 380's out there, a couple of Camaros, and they have their headlights on, and so they need to turn their headlights off. But let's be honest, it's homecoming at this point. They're more worried about the ladies riding in the cars than anything else. And now they got a cop car going out there like a little golf cart. You know? I'm glad our city money is paying for that. They're going to go and turn the lights off. For the delay, because it's 55 seconds left to go here in the first half. And when we have this break, pregame, we said it was going to come down to this defense against this spread offense and how much this team loves to see the spread.
Absolutely. We talked about, I always talk about that foundation of what the defense does, what presence they have on the field to kind of relax the offense. That's what we see now, and it's special teams too. We talked about it early pregame. Special teams, that's what set that up. Now we're sitting 14-0.
Hey, can I just say something? That's a really good hustle by the Wildcat.
That's a lot of hustle.
My man went all the way into the north end zone to tell them to turn off the lights.
I should have called
And he just did a full sprint.
20,
that's about a 130-yard sprint by the young man. That a boy. That's the kind of effort we're looking for. So when I review him, he's going to get some kudos. That's good work.
Yeah.
We've seen some lazy officials. Nick Ryan puts his foot in the ball, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback.
Nice.
Boy, he kicked the heck out of that. Nick Ryan's feeling good.
Which is starting to make me wonder about the kick earlier that went out of bounds. If they weren't trying something there and an onside.
He just shanked it.
Yeah.
That was not his best work. I didn't teach him that. I want to be very clear.
Dan told me to tell you that's what your drives off the tee box look like.
Oh, sure he did. Dan knows better.
That one's for you,
Dan knows better. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10. Colts from the 10, and they do bring in a new quarterback. Quentin Gross is the new man calling the shots for the Colts, and he's going to go in shotgun, and behind him is going to be Gaskins. And Gross looks to the sidelines, gets a call, maybe. Now he snaps. He's going to throw it to the left side to Shipp. Shipp's one-on-one with Montez Leath, and he puts his head down and gets a first down. Brendan Shipp is an athlete.
Yeah.
He had an opportunity. He and I, we had a long conversation in July of this year, and he had a full opportunity to come to Trinity. And I told him, I said, Trinity is the perfect place for you because of the environment. And he said, I want to be a Colt. And so here he is. He's a Colt, and the kid makes plays. So, I love the kid. So I expect great things from him, just a special athlete. Knew it when he was 7. You could see there was something about this kid, the way he carried himself, the way he swung the bat was pretty special. But so I expect big things. He's just a freshman.
Yeah.
He's starting on a really good football team. But they're going to call face mask against Brendan Shipp. That's something you never see on the stiff arm. So that's weird. They're going to call it from the end of the run, so it'll be 1st down and 7.
Yeah, it's tough. Negates a good play by the gentleman you were just talking about.
All right, so now Gross rolls out to his right. He's looking to throw. He fires into the flats. Nice throw and catch there by Gilmore with the catch. And that's going to set up 2nd down and 5 with 39 seconds left to go. All of a sudden, you get a new quarterback. You get a little more different energy. Yeah. This guy's throwing the ball extremely well right now. And good things are coming.
No timeouts here for the Colts.
Just a freshman.
Yeah, just a freshman. No timeouts for the Colts. They're trying to move to football. And remember, they're going to get the football at the start of the second half.
Sure. Let's see if they can get something moving. All right, so the Colts come out with 3 wide receivers to the right side. Brendan Shipp is all by himself up top. Gross looks to the line, surveys, and they're going to throw it to Brendan Shipp up top. He's one-on-one, and he makes a man miss, breaks a tackle. He's up over the 40-yard line, showing his speed and quickness right there. Good play there by the Colts.
Got to the outside and outran 2 of the Celtics there to get that 1st down. That's a big play.
And they're giving him a lot of room because there's 31 seconds left. But if you're going to give Ship that kind of room, he will make you pay. He's that kind of a receiver. He's small. He's not the biggest dude on the field. He's only 5'10", only weighs 165, but he is fast. You can't tackle him in a toll booth. All right, so now Gross is going to roll out to the right. He's going to kick, keep it himself, gets a block, gets enough for a first down, and that's going to be over midfield, but a late flag on the play.
Yeah,
that's an interesting flag. That has to be a hold or a block in the back, and I see the official call the hold, and that's going to negate a nice play there by Gross. Just like that, new quarterback, new energy.
Yeah, they're starting to show a little bit, but we talked about the Celtics defense spreading it just a little bit here just to give them a little bit of room with only 24 seconds left here in the half. But if this is what the Colts were looking for, just a little sign of life before the half, saying that their offense can still show up here to make this a football game in the second half. Let's see it.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 all over again because of the spot of the foul was 10 yards away. So it'll be 24.2 seconds left to go. Ball sits right at the 39 for the Colts as they have a ways to go before they score here. Trying to get something out of this first half. Trip wide receivers to the bottom, one to the left. Officials blow a whistle and talk about some things just to see what's going on. Coach Sturdivant comes out on the field and kind of sends his safeties deep. And he wants Tony Bruton and a cone to stay back just to make sure nothing gets behind them here. I'm sure they don't know much about Quentin Gross and what he can do. You know, I'll tell you this. The Colts have 3 quarterbacks. They're all young. 1 sophomore, 2 freshmen. And now it's Gross's turn. To his right is going to be Brown. And they're going to drop back. He looks to his left, but he's going to be met in the backfield by Jordan Lewis. And that's going to be a loss of 6 on the play. That's going to set up 2nd down and 15 with 15 seconds left.
What a hit there in the backfield.
I'll tell you what, you let him get some time to rest like that, you are in trouble. If you don't run right at him, wherever he lines up, he's coming. And he's the fastest man on the football field. And he's only 6'4".
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. His stride is only,
yeah. Again, my youth football team practices at Trinity now. And just watching him walk up, you're like, man, that's a big human being.
Yeah.
All I can think about is, thank God I don't have to feed him. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I got a kid who's 6'2" and in the 8th grade, and I can't keep enough milk. He texted me the other day, and I'm in Atlanta, and he says, Dad, I need milk. I said, okay, bring someone your way home. I said, I'm not coming home till tomorrow. He goes, yeah, I know. I'll be out by then. So I walk in, and I hand him a gallon of milk. He goes, yes. And he just set it on his desk. I mean, it was a gallon. He just set it on his desk.
Now, is he drinking it straight, or is this going in all the bowls of cereal?
I don't know.
Cereal off the yin-yang?
He has to have whole milk so he can get fatter. And I can't drink whole milk because I get fat. So it was again, feeding kids is tough. All right, 15.1 seconds left to go here in the first half. 14-0 is the score. And it looks like they're going to throw it out into the slots to Jamie Gilmore, and he's going to be brought down after no gain, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that's going to be a late hit by Jordan Lewis on Gross. After a short gain, they're going to get an automatic first down and a 15-yard penalty with 6.6 seconds left to go. Senseless play there by Jordan Lewis, and actually it was Etienne on the play.
It was Etienne.
And he's tapping his chest going, my bad.
Yeah.
So
it's tough. It's tough when you're young and you got a shot at a smaller quarterback like that. You kind of just.
It wasn't even one of those kinds of hits. It was the quarterback took 2 extra steps and then he got fallen on. But that's a penalty. You can't do it.
You get first down on that play.
As unnecessary roughness as I guess it is, it's by definition unnecessary roughness. So that's going to set up 1st and 10 as the ball is now in Celtics territory for the first time for the Colts. Last time they had it here, they had several penalties and lost plays. And so it wasn't there for long, but it's going to be 1st and 10. Gross is in the shotgun. He's going to drop back. He rolls to his left, looks to fire across the middle. He's got a guy. Oh, and what a hit. Then a pass breakup by Corey King. Corey King was thrilled for that. And Coach Alford is upset on the sidelines because he never made a play for the football. That could have been very, very easily pass interference. Also down is Tony Bruton on the play.
Wow.
As that was a collision, as Jaree Turner went up to make a play, was completely exposed, and he was a defenseless receiver, and Corey King just popped him. I mean, absolutely popped him.
That was tough. I think everybody in the stands heard him hit the ground on that one. Wow.
And there's going to be, it's 1 second left on the clock. And that's painful for both teams. I mean, that's Tony Bruton's down. He gets back up now with a hand from the coaching staff. Corey King Sr. was there to help him out. He's one of the coaches. And then Jaree is up too, and that's just good to see. That was a vicious looking hit.
Wow.
Vicious. So now to be 2nd down and 10, there was no flag on the play, just an incomplete pass. But Coach Alford for the Colts was incensed, and I think he's got grounds to be upset on that
a little
one.
bit.
That was
football going up, like you said, didn't really see him make a play on the ball.
Yeah, he just went right for the man, and defensive receiver, ball, man, all at the same time. Tough call, but that's one I think he needed to make. Coach Alford scowling on the sidelines. I think in order to be a head coach, I don't care at what level, you have to have a good scowl.
Yeah.
You know, you need to be able to just look at that guy and go, and just make them melt into the background. All right, 2nd down and 10. 1 second left to go. This should be the last play of the game, of the half, I'm sorry. Gross drops back. He's going to hand it up right up the middle to Brown. Brown breaks a few tackles. He's at the 40, and he's brought down from behind at the 31. So it was a nice 19-yard gain, but it ended the half. And we're at halftime, and we're going to come back, and we're going to break this first half down. Maybe Coach Bond stops by. Maybe. But nonetheless, we're going to be right back. You are listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Hey Adam, those burgers gonna be done before summer's over?
Maybe. Why? You got big plans for the summer?
Not really. Just the usual, kids hanging around the house. How about you?
Actually, I'm having Joshua get his pilot's license this summer.
What? Is he old enough?
Larry?
Can you really do that in just the summer?
Yeah, you can get your pilot's license at 17, and the summer is plenty of time. Plus, this could be the start to his career as an airline pilot.
That is a great idea. I bet Tyler would love that. Actually, I would too.
You guys should do it.
I don't have time for that. Some of us have to work for a living, you know?
Not you, no. Seriously, they work around your schedule.
Really? That's cool. Where are you going?
Ocala Aviation, at the airport off 60th.
How'd you hear about it?
I heard about it on the radio, then I stopped in. I've got a card if you want the number.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get my phone.
Hurry up, the burgers are burning.
Okay, I'm ready. Go ahead.
861-7484.
Hold on, I missed a number.
Ah, such a slacker. Here it is again. 861-7484.
Excellent. I'm gonna call them now.
How about we eat before you start your new adventure?
That's probably a good idea.
You think?
Hey, Kenyon. Sir,
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need to install the balance.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
All right, Larry, what do we got?
And a new spoiler and a new truck.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
The clean court is now passing in front of the stand. Odyssey Cochran.
2 names on defense.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY only $4.99. Plus DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Is that a BMW? Yeah. And welcome back to North Marion High School, where the court, the ladies, the queens, are being introduced in some nice cars.
Homecoming court. Very nice cars.
I was never, just so we're clear, I was never in the running for any of these courts.
Me neither.
I mean, I had no chance. So, but we are here, and we have a decent football game. It's 14-0 Celtics.
Yep.
Celtics have dominated this game on the defensive side of the football. And during the break, there's a beautiful yellow Ferrari. It's on the back. The nameplate is Investor.
I wonder if he is one.
You have to be. I mean, that's a beautiful car. But shiny things and flying cheerleaders distract me. There's an old. It looks like an old Packard. But here we go. So the football game, I got it. I can't watch. It's so distracting to me. So the football game itself, we talked during the break about a couple of players on defense, and there's three of them: Etienne, Lewis, and Dixon.
Yep.
And earlier in the season, Dixon was playing on the outside because of injuries, but now he's moved to the inside. We're not calling his name as much, but he is a disruptive factor because you cannot run inside on this defense.
And they haven't tonight at all. Everything we saw on the inside up the middle is met tough by number 44 with Dixon, and that's up the middle. And then you got that speed of Lewis on the outside and getting back in there. Now, the Colts so far in that second quarter had 3 mishandles that were pretty key. One being with when they were inside their own 5-yard line, dropping that ball on the half 6-inch yard, and the Celtics capitalizing with another touchdown, which made it go up 14-0. And like I talked about, that defense setting it up takes pressure on the offense. Not much pressure when you're on their 2-yard line for first and goal, and that's what the Celtics have been making them do, is making them pay here now, up 14-0.
It's really been that second quarter, and this has been the motive. The operandus, whatever they call it, motive operandi. Is that right?
Operandi.
Yeah, all season for the Celtics is been, I'm going to wear you down, score.
Yeah, and it took a quarter. Give credit to the Colts defense with the first quarter of football, with the way they held that offense for the Celtics. But we saw that grind start to take place. And what's deflating is when your defense does get a stop, which they did a couple times here in the second quarter. Then it came down to special teams. A great punt by Nick Ryan to pin him inside the 5-yard line, and they'll let the defense set the stage right there. Again, like I just mentioned, taking pressure off the offense. It's easier to score when you're on their own too.
Sure, and that's been the key. And this defense all year has been special.
Yeah.
And tonight, I was curious how the athletes for the Colts could manage. And right now, and the youth has really been the key. They are just not able to handle this pressure yet.
Yeah.
Now, they can. They look like a completely different team when they put Gross back there at quarterback over Alford. Alford's a sophomore. He's 5'8", 150.
Yeah.
Gross is just a freshman.
Yeah.
But he's looked a lot calmer, a lot cooler under pressure. And granted, there wasn't as much pressure because there were only 2 minutes left, and the Celtics were basically in a prevent defense. But I'm curious to see what's going to happen here.
I am too, because it's not far off. We talk about 2 touchdowns, 2 scores. Celtics have a chance, really, because they're on the board first now with 2 touchdowns to blow it out like we talked about in the beginning of the game. But now the Colts get the ball the second half. And, it's 1 touchdown. It's back to a different football game and something a little bit more close. And that's what we expected a little bit more tonight anyway.
It's been fun so far, that's for sure. And the second half has been dominated for the most part by Trinity. Let's see what happens.
And a lot of big hits. We got to mention it. We just saw one there before the half. Big hits all together. And, Celtics defense, they're known for that.
Yeah.
They're so known for that. And they don't let up, man. Each week, it's hard-hitting football. And it's a grind.
It is. It's that old school. Again, on the offensive side of the ball, it's their personality.
Yeah.
It's their culture that they're building. When you think about Trinity Catholic football historically, you think of, we're going to spread, we're going to have a big-time quarterback, we're going to have a big-time wide receiver, a big-time playmakers. Now they have the playmakers. They don't necessarily have the quarterback that's going to throw the ball. So they line up everybody within 6 yards of the football, and they pound it down your throat behind the offensive line that we don't give near enough credit to. It's big John Glenn being back there, Folsom and Morales and Dixon and John Glenn and Klutowski. They've been special, and that's allowed them to play that defensive-minded football that Coach Sturdivant loves.
Now we got to mention there was two pass plays that the Celtics ran here that first half. One of them actually kind of setting up, which was that I believe it was just that first touchdown with that pass interference call that we didn't really get a good eye on, but with the ball that was overflown, might have pretty much impeded the receiver from getting over there.
Let's not do that anymore.
Yeah.
Throwing the ball bad if you're a Celtics fan.
Yeah.
And I told Coach Sturdivant, I said, if you throw the ball more than 2 times, something's wrong. And they've thrown the ball 2 times. Stop.
You said more than 2.
Stop, that's right.
Might be
now
That's
push
it.
the brakes on that.
Speaking of brakes, by the way, that Corvette is fantastic.
Oh, yeah,
man.
it's a 69.
Cobalt
I believe it's
blue.
a 69 convertible.
I think it's a Stingray.
Now, one of the things we're doing this year on WOCA is we're going to be broadcasting live from the Meacham Auto Auction. And if you've never been down to the Meacham Auto Auction, there's 3,000 cars. Wow. And it is phenomenal. So and I'll tell you a side story because that's what I love to do. So I took my wife last year. I dragged her. I'm like, please, I've always wanted to go. She goes, fine, we'll go. And she loved it. She's fallen in love. Now she watches all these car shows with me. And it's been fantastic. So something you should do. But we're still at halftime, and the homecoming quarter is being introduced by the Colts. It's a great day for these young ladies. Great day for anybody except for the scoreboard.
Right.
Weather's been perfect, but it's 14-0 halftime, and we're going to go ahead and step aside just so we can really prop up our sponsors that make this all possible. But you are listening to WOCA, and this is the Trinity Catholic Football right here on The Source.
Next Generation MD is the future of healthcare now. Listen in the first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. to learn how the future in PRP treatments are here in our area. Find out the many ways that Dr. Juan Godin, MD, Charles Brooks, NP, and case manager Mark Shaw have brought the family medicine practice to a new level. Hear from the very people that benefit from the fine work they have done in this field. Next Generation MD, every first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. here on WOCA 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
I got one.
People who take the fewest vacations, we know they're nearly 8 times more likely to have a heart attack or die of heart disease. Hey, this just in, Intelligence for Your Life fans, the secret to great hair is nuts. Pepper also removes soap residue from clothing, which causes colors to...
You won't take the new car depreciation because Automax saves you thousands on late model vehicles. Browse the inventory online at automaxocala.com. Then come down to see the great vehicles and upfront pricing in person. Compare up to 60 models inside the climate control showroom. So take your time. No high pressure, no gimmicks, no games. On the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy, and there are plenty of ways to tell how you might be a redneck. For instance, if your truck is bigger than the Bloodmobile, but your house isn't, you might be a redneck. But if you have a heart as big as a Bloodmobile, you might just be a life-saving blood donor. Seriously, I am a Life South blood donor, and I encourage you to give blood too. Patients in our community rely on Life South blood to save their lives. Call 888-795-2707 or visit www.lifesouth.org for donor center and blood drive information. Remember, the life you save might be a redneck you're related to. Thanks.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Jeff Foxworthy. He's a friend of mine. I do. I could probably call him. He wouldn't know who I was, but we've spoken. But you are listening to WOCA Radio, and we are live at North Marion High School, where the Colts are taking on the Trinity Catholic Celtics, and the Celtics have the lead at 14-0. Before we go any further, I really want to thank our sponsors, and that starts with Life South. That Jeff, who is a blood donor, was just talking about. And thank you, Life South. And please give the wife to donate blood. And, of course, Automax, they are supporting the red zone. And the Celtics have been all over the red zone tonight, just haven't punched it in as enough. They're up 14, but it could be 28. Also want to thank Verizon Wireless and my man Matt Wilkerson. Matt, thank you very much for your support. And Adam, I know you want to talk about the Ocala Airport a little bit, what they do for this great community, because Ocala does have an airport.
We do have an airport. A lot of people miss that overall, but no, we always talk about what opportunities there are in the community, business-wise. Nowadays, there's a pilot shortage, believe that or not.
Yeah.
There's a pilot shortage, and what we do out at Ocala Airport, Ocala Aviation, Brad, Ron, me, myself, and some other fellow instructors, we work to get the community to become private pilots, instrument pilots, commercial pilots. And we always encourage everybody in the community to just come out to the airport. They got a nice little diner out there and support them a little bit. But for us, we offer discovery flights, to get people who have always been interested in flying up in the air and a chance to see their house from thousands of feet, and take the controls and actually fly the airplane.
You know
where
everybody lives now.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's interesting what houses I know are where.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, this football game here, let's talk a little bit about the Celtics offense.
Yeah.
We spent some time on the defense.
Yeah.
But the offense, again, they've done some things, and maybe they see some things on film that they want to exploit. Maybe they're trying for next week, or maybe going into the playoffs, wanting to throw the football.
Yeah.
But honestly, this team shouldn't throw the football. They have shown no evidence they could complete a pass. Seriously, the Celtics cannot complete a pass.
No, and just a couple plays that they ran.
When's the last time you saw them complete a pass to another Celtic player?
I want to say that was the first game I called, Galen.
That's it.
I think that was it. It was a great catch, but that was the only one I seen.
It's not their strength. Their strength is giving it to the deuces.
Yep.
Giving it to the end arounds, whether that's Etienne or Rim or Christian Torres or Jordan Lewis. That's the strength of this team. She apparently didn't get the memo that you're supposed to wear a suit. All right, so but again, this offense could have blown this game wide open.
I think they could have a little bit more too. I think there was a little bit more.
They had two turnovers.
Two big turnovers.
A fumble.
Yep.
And an ill-advised pass.
And an incredible interception. We don't know why they're running that play. Really, to be honest with you, the way they were covered, throwing it to. But I don't remember the Colts player that did that, but kept that toe in bounds for another turnover of the Celtics. Now, it wasn't a capitalization of anything for points for the Colts, but that stops the drive. That gives momentum for the Colts to think that they could come out here, and when you're only looking at 14-0 going into the next half, that's a little different.
Colts are in this football game
like you said. Yeah, we could have maybe had another score on there, and then that's a different tone come second half.
Sure.
But now it's still a football game.
And again, special teams has been very special again tonight. One mistake, shanked, trying to do a pooch kick on a kickoff after the first score. Nick Ryan's been great. That last punt to set up the last touchdown was nothing less than phenomenal.
Yep.
I mean, the ball lands at the 1 and it's down at the 5. And then the Celtics get a turnover and then they score. And it's been a very, very special special teams. All right, so we're almost done with halftime. We are going to step aside, and then we're going to come back for the start of the first half as they have finished introducing the Queen Court. All the cars are off the road, so maybe we're getting closer. But let's step aside. You are listening to WOCA, The Source.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy, and there are plenty of ways to tell how you might be a redneck. For instance, if your truck is bigger than the Bloodmobile, but your house isn't, you might be a redneck. But if you have a heart as big as a Bloodmobile, you might just be a life-saving blood donor. Seriously, I am a Life South blood donor, and I encourage you to give blood too. Patients in our community rely on Life South blood to save their lives. Call 888-795-2707 or visit www.lifesouth.org for donor center and blood drive information. Remember, the life you save might be a redneck you're related to. Thanks.
Announcing the album release concert of the year at Christ Church of Marion County, Gemma Adams performing her new album and smash hit, Path of Least Resistance, number 12, top 100 nationwide. Also, legendary singer Chuck Day. Gemma has one of the best voices of our time. Don't miss this stellar concert at Christ Church of Marion, Saturday, the 18th of November at 6:30 p.m. Hear her new album at GemmaAdams.org.
Every angel has a past.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
And welcome back to beautiful Stan Toole Memorial Stadium. As the halftime is now over, the Queen has been named. I guess it's announced. She won.
She won.
And her mother must be very proud.
And riding in style, too. We mentioned that Corvette.
And her grandmother must be very proud.
She's on that Corvette.
Can I just say this? That there's some good genes running through that family. All right. So we're about to start the second half. The Colts will get the football. I'm not kidding. They need to move from my viewpoint. All right, because the Colts will have the football. Good work first half, Coach.
Yep.
Good luck in the second. And it's 14-0 Trinity as they are going to kick off, which means the best part of this team's taking the field with the defense.
It's got to set the tone for the second half. We always talk about tone and setting it up at the beginning of the game and the half.
Field position is so important for the Celtics team.
It is. And for the defense to, with expecting that the Colts to get the ball here, which they will, that the defense for the Celtics is what's going to set the tone for the second half. There's more flips.
And let's see what the Colts could do at halftime, as far as getting the energy going with the...
And maybe some adjustments that they've made with this defense.
Sure.
It's tough to do because we talk about the players, Jordan Lewis on the outside with the quickness. Now we're talking about Dixon tonight with some tackles, strong up the middle, not letting these Colts run the football. So let's see what happens here for the start of the second half and see if that carries over.
Yeah. So as we're going to get started, they're kind of clearing the air, getting everything moving. The Queen is still rolling around the track here at North Marion, in an absolutely beautiful Corvette. That is a pretty car. So the prettiest car won. It beat out the Ferrari. But Nick Ryan's going to put his foot into the ball here any time now. Back deep for the Colts is going to be Ship. And let's see what he can do. They got playmakers on this team. The Colts are one play away from getting right back into this.
Yep.
The score feels 14-0. It feels bigger. Am I right?
Right.
Adam, it feels like the score should be 21 or 28-0. Right. But it's just 14. And let's see if the Colts can put together a drive, get a couple of first downs, and make some things happen. We're still waiting. I guess they're waiting for, the court is still in the end zone. It's hard to move very fast in heels and those dresses.
Mm-hmm.
And this whole pageantry reminds me of how happy I am that I don't have girls.
Absolutely.
That's what this whole thing tells me. I love my boys, and I'm glad I have boys and not girls, because I wouldn't know what to do. All right. Because I couldn't handle, if my daughter was on I'm like, no, what are all you people doing looking at my girl? So that would freak me out. But I think we're getting close, because I need the game to start so I can quit digging myself a hole. Now they're going to take one more photo. But what do the Colts have to do to get back in this game and to score?
I was going to ask you, what does a coach for the Colts tell these kids after a first half that showed some good things for them, but then also showed some of which we saw them pulled over to the tent because apparently they can see a play or everything after that happened, allowing those 2 touchdowns. But what do you tell a group of young guys like this? Because remember, that leadership that may be lacking that we've seen a little bit because of the grind of the offense, the Celtics kind of starting to wear down those Colts. As a coach, what do you tell them? What are you telling them?
You just tell them to stay focused, take it one play at a time.
Yeah, because that's all you can do, right?
You can make, and you tell them, this is one of those situations because you don't have that leadership. You tell them each, 1-to-1, you can make a play.
Yeah.
You can make a play. This is your moment. Live up to the moment. That's all you can really do when you break it down. They're still here. I guess they're starting to get ready. The Whitecaps kind of yelled at all of us and say, get off the field. And they've got the 12 minutes on. The Whitecaps going to head down to the end zone. And the Celtics get ready to kick it off. Nick Ryan will be kicking it off to the south end zone with Brendan Shipp. And Nick Ryan is going to get ready. It's a big moment for the Colts for their first possession.
Big moment here. They have a chance to, like we talked about, setting a tone or anything like that. But let's see what adjustments they made on offense.
Nice high kick by Nick Ryan. It's going to be picked up by Shipp at the 8. He heads up the middle, tries to get a block, breaks a tackle, gets over the 25, makes a spin move, and is down at the 29, where it'll be 1st and 10, Colts. Good run there by Brendan Shipp.
Good run. They're starting themselves with decent field position, and now we're looking at the Celtics defense come onto the field here. You know right away that's where it's got to begin. A little intensity on the defensive side of the football here. This is a chance for them, the Celtics, to make the Colts feel like, okay, yeah, we still got a challenge ahead of us for the entire second half.
1st and 10. They're going to call it at the 30, and they're going to go back to their first quarterback, and he hands it off to Jai Gilmore, and he's brought down for a loss of 3.
Etienne.
So Buck Alford is back at the quarterback position for the Colts.
Tyreek Etienne on the
kind of
tackle
shocked
on that
by
one.
that.
Nice.
Kind of shocked that they put Alford back there.
Yeah.
But it was a good play by, again, the defensive ends from the Celtics chasing that ball down from the backside. 2nd and 12. Alford looks to the sidelines. They're going to make an audible, and Alford checks it and tells everybody. Now it looks like the general is going to blitz from the left side. Now he drops back into coverage. They're looking that way. He fires to the right side. He's got him in, and it's caught at the 40. That ball must have been in the air for 35 minutes before Jaree Turner falls underneath it and makes a play. That play was in like slow motion. Wow. But that's a 1st down all the way into Celtics territory. They're going to mark him down at the 37-yard line. And just like that,
wow,
Almighty Mo was shifted to the Colts as Buck Alford threw one up into the clouds, and it was answered. 3 wide receivers to the top. They're going to give it to the deep man, Gaskins. Oh, they fake it to him. Buck Alford's going to keep it himself, rolls to the right, and goes down and gets about 15 yards. And the Celtics meet him there. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line for the Colts.
Colts showing some life here on offense. Maybe that's right. That's what you tell these guys. You can make a play. You can make a play.
Yeah.
So far, that's what that was. That was a big play, big pass. There's another nice little gain there.
That throw, that had the hang time of a Ray Guy punt. So it's 1st and 10. Ball sits at the 23-yard line.
Ray Guy, Ray Gay.
And back deep is going to be Gaskins. And they're going to fake it to Gaskins. They're going to throw it over to the left side, intended for Jai Williams, but the ball falls incomplete, and that's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah.
That could have been a lateral. It was almost a lateral, but they're going to say it was a forward pass.
A lot of juice on that. So
Sure
it touched
did.
the ground, squared right back out of bounds.
In order for that play to work, you have to get it quick if you're throwing that bubble screen.
Not a big fan of that play overall. Even when I see that in the NFL still ran, I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Even if it is to Antonio Brown.
2nd and 10, they're going to give it to Gaskins. Gaskins makes a miss, breaks a tackle, gets to the 20-yard line for a gain of 4. That'll set up 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6 for the Colts.
Good drive here by the Colts. They're throwing it, running it, keeping things on shop, and they're right in this corner where there's nothing but plywood in my way. I wish we were at Trinity. They have the best press box. All right, 3rd down and 7, they're going to call it. And there's a shotgun. They're going to fake the pass. They're going to throw it over the middle. Had a man open, but not well thrown. Gates was wide open on the wide dump.
All he had to do was turn around.
He had to hit him in the chest. It was I don't know if it was a bad route, bad throw, but between the two, the communication wasn't there, and that's going to set up a very big 4th and 7. Ball sits right at the 20-yard line. They need to get up to about the 13, 14-yard line. They looked at the sidelines. Alford drops back. He fires to the left side, and it's broken up. Smart play there by Montez Leith.
Nice.
There were 2 Celtics wide open, and I was really worried they're going to try to catch it.
Yeah.
It would have been 1st and 10, I guess, from the 20, but instead it's 1st and 10. Celtics football with a nice stand there, and the ball is going to be placed at the 20-yard line.
That's a big stand there for the Celtics. This Colts offense showing a little life this first drive of the second half with a couple big plays overall, but boy, that's something about the Celtics defense. Even when you see a play broken up for a few yards and then you're, with those the 20-yard line almost into the red zone, they stop them, and now it's Celtics football.
2 fairly poorly thrown balls.
Yeah.
So now Red's going to come back with his band of Celtics. He's in shotgun. He's going to give it to Bruton. Bruton heads over the right side and is met at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10.
And the Celtics are going to go pretty quickly. A lot of jawing back and forth. And looks like there's going to be a flag on the play. Christian Torres was being pulled back by one of his teammates.
Getting a little chippy.
And then the flag came out, and I think that's going to be against the Celtics and Christian Torres, as I think he took something personal and turned it into a personal foul, and Coach Sturdivant comes out, kind of gives him one of those coach's looks, and sends him to the sideline, and Montez Leaf is going to replace him. But that's going to be 2nd down and 25 now. It will be half the distance to the goal. Thank you. They're going to place the ball right at the 10-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down and 20 for the Celtics. 9:56 left to go here in the third quarter. 14-0, the Celtics lead as they take over with their first possession of the second half. Shotgun formation. Red waits for the snap, gets it. He's going to run the option to the right, but he keeps it himself and breaks a tackle and is brought down for no gain, maybe a gain of 1. That's going to set up 3rd down and 25.
3rd down, 25. Look like they're starting to get a little chippy overall. There's
these kids,
Celtics and a
these
Colt
kids have
battling it
played
out
against each other for years. Years in the backyard.
Yeah, absolutely.
And at MCYFL and at Pop Warner and everything else. So they in 7-on-7, they know each other extremely well. Now Red's in the shotgun. They're going to give it to Corey King. He heads up the middle for a gain of 2, and that's going to be 4th down, and that'll be Nick Ryan. And the late flag comes out. Not sure who that's on, but the Colts aren't running off the field. And Offord, the head coach, is not happy with things, and they're going to call that personal foul against the Colts.
Oh, that's huge.
That's not a smart play.
Oh, man.
You're down by 14. You have the team pinned. You did your job. You're about to get off the field, and you do something stupid.
And that's, young attitude.
Youth.
Yeah, youth. Lack of leadership there for something you don't see out of a senior, obviously, unless something dire's happening. But,
sure.
Yeah, that's...
So now they're going to have a 3rd down.
Wow.
And it'll be 3rd down and 5, maybe 4.5. It's 4th down and 4.5. But it's 15 yards of field position.
Yeah.
So now when Nick Ryan comes out, he's got room. It's not a smart play. 15 yards is big right now. Back deep is Jai Gilmore, and there's a flag on the play, pre-snap penalty, as Nick Ryan got a nice one off. They were coming. Let's see what the flag's on. This could be enough for a 1st down if it's on the Colts. We're waiting. We're waiting. Too many men on the field because the back judge blew the whistle. They're going to wave it off. They're going to say, no, I miscounted. So we'll do it all over again. So Nick will be a little more warmed up, and Jai will know which direction they're going to kick it now. So the officials are talking about it. They're trying to get the football. Nobody went to get the football.
Yeah.
When you score, losers walk. That's kind of one of those things. I didn't kick it. You go get it. It's 4th down. I'm not getting it. All right, so here we go. Nick Ryan's waiting for the snap. It's a good one. Not a great kick. It's a high punt. It's going to bounce right about midfield, take a bounce, and it's Christian Torres right in the behind. It's going to be down at 45, and there's a fight breaking out basically at the 25-yard line as the middle linebacker, number 55, just tried to take out. Who is that? Is that that's Kwiatkowski? Wow, those two were mauling each other. Huh. No flag, so it was all clean.
Yeah, let them play. Yeah.
But it's 1st and 10 now, and the Celtics defense comes back on the field, but the Colts have great field position.
Great field position.
From their own 45, they're going to go directly to the line of scrimmage. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. Jai Williams is in the slot position down at the bottom. Brendan Shipp's all by himself to the left. Offord is in the shotgun. They're going to give it to Gaskins. He heads to the left side, breaks the tackle, gets up the field, and gains 6 on the play. Maybe even 7. Nice run there as this offensive line for the Colts is starting to get a little fired up.
Yep.
And that's Miles. And I say that. I was about to say all their names, and they're going to call a holding on the Colts offense. Maybe that's why they look good there.
That's maybe why, too.
Wilkerson's up there. Martin's up there. McKinn's is up there. Miles is up there.
Couple big penalties there for the Colts, man. Negates that good, solid run.
It's on first down. You got things going. It's a spot foul. So that foul happened behind the line of scrimmage, so now it'll be 1st and 22. Instead of the ball at the 45, it's all the way back to the 34. Big play. Offord waits for the snap. We're going to give it to Gaskins again. He heads over the left side and picks up 6 as he's brought down from behind. But not until he gains 7 yards of that 10-yard penalty. Back, and so that'll be 2nd down, and they'll call it 15.
2nd down on offense, you're going to play, just get yourself back to the original line of scrimmage, or maybe more, so you can have something manageable 3rd, 4th.
Let's see if they throw the ball pretty effectively.
Yeah.
And so that's what they're going to do. They're going to throw the bubble screen to Jai Gilmore. He gets a block. He's up to the 50, makes a man miss before he's knocked out of bounds. Etienne throws one of his own players against him. But Gilmore, so fast, so quick, and that's enough for a 1st down. That's what this team can do.
Yeah.
And right now, they're playing man on the outside are the Celtics. They're not getting any help. And so all it takes is one block, and they're free. And that was a nice 35-yard gain there. And Offord's starting to get into a rhythm. 3-wide bunch set on the left side. They're going to give it to Brown in the backfield, but he's met after a gain of a solid 3 yards. Maybe 4. That'll set up 2nd down and 6.
2nd down and 6 now here with a they're still moving the football. An opportunity to maybe see themselves with a manageable chance 3rd down for a 1st down and keep these chains moving, keep this momentum going.
7:40 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. 14-0 Celtics. But the Colts have something going as they're starting to drive here. And Offord is in the shotgun, twip wide receivers to the right side. In the backfield is Gaskins. They're going to give it to Gaskins. He heads up the middle, breaks a tackle, gets ahead, rolls, and is close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him well shy of that. They're going to call it 3rd down and 3. And that offensive line is starting to move things.
Yep.
Starting to move. And the Celtics, they're having to spend a little more time outside on that coverage instead of that man-to-man. So now they're going to send Gilmore in motion. He's going to set up in the slot. And somebody jumps offside, and that's going to be on the Celtics. That'll be a 1st and 10. Celtics. Not sure who jumped there.
Looked like King Red maybe on the outside. Not he was the only one, though.
So now we're going to have 1st and 10. Ball sits at the 32-yard line. Really nice drive going on here.
A little anxious and a little anxiety there. 32, Jordan Lewis. Hard count by the quarterback.
So now all by himself down at the bottom is going to be Turner. And then 3 wide receivers to the left. Offord's going to wait for the snap. Next to him is Gaskins. He gets the football, and he's met in the backfield by Brendan Dixon. Brendan Dixon says that's enough. That's a loss of 2 on the play. That'll set up 2nd down and 12.
Nice. Back him up here. We've seen a couple 3rd and manageables, which has kept this drive going for the Colts. With what they're showing on offense, a little life. Time for the Celtics defense to start to contain here a little bit.
6:15 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Offord's in shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the left. 1 to the bottom. There's a prop. He's going to drop back looking for the man, Jari, in the end zone, and it's dropped. Went right through his hands. Tony Bruton was there.
Decent coverage, but
he got beat.
On the beat. Yeah,
he got beat. From Turner was behind him, in the end zone. The ball went through his hands.
Should have made that catch.
Should have, and that's 3rd down, and I guess we'll call it 11.
Good play call on 2nd down to take a chance in the end zone. That was it was a great throw. Great throw. They just went through his hands.
You are listening to Trinity Catholic Football. We're at the water break. We're going to step aside. This is WOCA, The Source.
Tonight's game is sponsored by a league candidate and county commissioner.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
And welcome back to Stan Toole Memorial Stadium right here in Spar, Florida. North Marion County, the North Marion Colts, are hosting the Trinity Catholic Celtics. And right now the Celtics lead 14-0, but the Colts are driving. And so Alford's going to be in the shotgun formation. Right next to him is going to be Brown, trip wide receivers to the left. Alford drops back, he looks to the right, doesn't find what he likes, keeps it, he's over the 30, he's to the 25, and he gets knocked out of bounds just short of the 1st down, and that's going to set up 4th down and 3. Smart play there by Alford.
Yep, just short here. Kind of a big 4th down here to maybe stop them again, but it is a 4th and manageable, and the Colts continuing to showing life on offense here, moving this football pretty good.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do one of those little bubble screens that they run so effectively.
Yep.
It's been a really good play for them. 4th down and 3. Let's see, this is the time where Jordan Lewis typically makes a play. So Alford's going to be in shotgun. Right next to him is Brown. Trip wide receivers to the left side. Alford looks to the sideline to get the call. Coach makes it. There's an audible.
4 seconds on the play clock.
They need to run here. 1, and that's going to be a delay of game. But I believe the Colts called the timeout beforehand. That's a big timeout right there. You have to call that timeout.
You do.
4th and 8. That's a whole lot different than 4th and 3.
Like you said, only 3 yards to get here in 4th down. With the way this offense has been showing little signs of life here, it's a 4th and manageable. This needs to be a big stop for the Celtics right here. Like you said, we're looking for Jordan Lewis to make a big play here.
Sure. If I'm the Colts, I run the football right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I run the football right here. Period.
You took a chance at the end zone on 2nd down. It was a great pass, just went through his hands. You beat him on the outside. You took a chance at the end zone. That's when you make that play call. Now it's just about get those 3 yards. Move those chains, work on the next set.
Absolutely. And here we are. They're going to come out onto the field. Are the Celtics defense, and if you're the Celtics defense, it's just time to make a play.
Yeah.
Man up on the outside, which is what you've been doing. Don't let anybody get behind you. And stop the bubble screen. Because right now the bubble screen is working. They have Jai Gilmore. He's going to line up with trip wide receivers to the left. He's going to be on the stack in the slot. Quarterback will be Alford. All the way by the bottom is a guy who's really hurt them, and that's Turner. Montez Leaf is going to be manned up on him, so that's a bit of a change. They're going to have 2 safeties. A cone is going to be in there, as well as Corey King's going to be the other side. Alford's going to look to the sidelines as they're waiting for the clock to be adjusted. I think there's 55 minutes left to go now in the 3rd quarter. Somebody should have brought me a bed and a cup of tea.
I haven't eaten dinner yet either.
Oh, that's a big problem. You had one of the hot dogs here. What's the problem?
That was good. It was one of the better hot dogs I've had in a while.
See, pretty soon you'll learn.
Give it to these Colts.
At Booster Stadium, when the Knights play, they got a pepper sausage dog.
Oh,
it is phenomenal. If we play them or something, we'll have an 8-minute break at halftime. Good. So I can get one. All right, I think they've got the clock on. No, they don't. They're trying to reset the clock at 5 minutes and 50 seconds, and instead it sits at 55, and I hope we don't have to run it off. They're going to keep the clock on the field for the interim, but it's shotgun formation for Alford. Trip wide receivers now to the left side. And Alford's going to look that way, but he keeps it himself. He breaks the tackle. He's over the 20. He's got the 1st down, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 16. And he has a little something special to say to Jordan Lewis, as he goes out, he beat him. He broke that tackle to get that first down. And that's going to be 1st and 10 inside the Automax red zone for the Colts. 1st and 12. But there's some officials discussing some things. Is there a flag? I can't see it, but there's 4 officials talking it over. Let's see what the call is. They're going to call false start on the Colts. Big play there. That was a very, very late call. So instead of 1st down in the 10, it's going to, oh, there's the flag. I see it over there on the far side. He didn't make a very big deal of calling that one.
Did we not hear? I didn't hear a whistle. Did you?
I did not. It could have been a post, I don't know.
Phantom.
I don't know. Maybe illegal procedure, but they called false start. So instead of 1st and 10, it's going to be 4th down and 8 on the play. Big, big penalty there. Alford's going to go in shotgun. To his left is going to be Brown. Trip wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to call the snap. He looks to his left. He's got a man. He doesn't like it. He keeps it himself. He fires into the end zone, and it's incomplete. Great play there by Montez Leith. Wow. Montez Leith is dominating when he's in coverage. He had a chance to pull that down, but instead he just knocked it out. What an individual effort by the junior, 6 foot 160. And he got up there like it was 8 foot on that play. Turnover on down, Celtics football.
A big stop by the Celtics, but then again, the Colts kind of just helping them out there a little bit with that big penalty.
Young football team making stupid mistakes at untimely positions.
And that was an untimely spot, so you're moving the football so well. You can't make mistakes like that against a Celtic defense like this.
No, you really can't, because they are going to capitalize.
Yep.
So now here we go. We are in the middle of the 3rd quarter, and the Celtics are going to come out and take to the ball. They're going to have 1st and 10. The ball sits right at the 27-yard line. Tony Bruton will be the running back to the left side. Wing is to the right. Bruton goes in motion. King fakes it to him. Red keeps it, puts his head down, and gets an 8 hard yards. And he had that ball fake just to give him a squeak of a hole. Pulled the linebacker over, and that set up that play.
Just a squeak of a hole, and then it was just brute strength that carried him to those 9 yards. That's a hard run. I like that.
Important possession here for the Celtics. They need to get some things going on offense. They need to answer the call. All right, shotgun for Red. He's going to give it to Bruton. Bruton heads up the middle, has a huge hole, but it closes quickly. But he does get enough after a spin move to get the 1st down. That'll be 1st and 10 from the 40.
Just that little bit. Closes quickly, but still gets an extra yard, 2 yards, yard and a half after that. And now here, there you go, 1st down.
You see the quickness of the Colts because that hole was there. John Glenn pulled out, made a hole. Kwiatkowski and Folsom were there as well. And it just stopped. But 1st down, Celtics. And the clock is off, so kind of a guess as far as how much time's left in the 3rd quarter is the time is being kept on the field. But the Celtics are in no rush. 1st and 10. Ball sits at the 40. Red gives it to Bruton. Bruton tries to shake. He bakes. And he's brought down after a gain of 1. Brought down from behind by a really nice play there.
This is where we start to see a little bit more of the grind. You make a few mistakes like the Colts have. Now this offense starts to move the football a little bit. It's harder and harder to start to stop that when they start to make momentum like they have here already.
KJ Kinsler came up from the safety position and just pulled him down. And KJ Kinsler is he's a senior, one of the few seniors on this team.
Yeah.
6 foot 185, and that was a heck of a football play by that senior. And that's the kind of play you need a senior to make.
Yeah.
All right, so we're 2nd down, and they're going to call it 6. Wing formation to the right. They're going to fake it to Corey King. Red keeps it himself, stiff arms him, gets knocked out of downs right at the 47-yard line. So that'll be a nice gain of 3 on the play.
Got away with a little face mask there, bringing him out of bounds.
On the offensive side, man, they'll call it if you pull it, but if you have a flat hand, they won't. And it all depends on the officials.
Yeah.
And by the way, hats off. Lightcap's done a phenomenal job of this football game
great
thus far. I'm knocking on wood.
Yep.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 5 for the Celtics. They look to the sidelines for the play. Red calls the line. Calls the play to the line, I should say. Power wing to the right side. They're going to give the ball to King. puts his head down in his met immediately, but he keeps his legs moving and somehow gains 2 yards out of absolutely nothing. And now, Adam, we've got a decision to make because it's 4th down and 3. What do you do here? You're up by 14 midway through the third quarter. Do you go for it here? Because it is 4th and 3. Or do you kick it and pin back the Colts?
I say with the Colts showing a little life on offense, maybe the special teams pin it back. It's only 3 yards, though. If you make a statement here, getting this first down, that takes a lot of wind out of the Colts' sails. Start moving that football, you got a lot more momentum. But
this may be one of those opportunities where the Celtics take their time, try to draw them off sides, and then take the 5-yard penalty if they don't like it, and then kick it. But they got Dixon and everything lined up to the power left. They're going to snap it. They're going to give it to the reverse to Montez Leaf. He's got to make a man miss. And he gets up of the first down after a stumble and a bumble and manages to get there. That was a stumble and a bumble and almost a great play. But they're going to call this one back. It's going to be holding on the Celtics. And now instead of 4th and 4, it'll be 4th and 14, and this is a no decision.
To go ahead and put it.
Must have been right at the point, and now there's a guy down for the Celtics. He got his helmet knocked off, and that was Montez Leaf. Ooh. I don't know if he's cramping, but he's got a limp. But that was an ugly run by him. It looked like he had more of a hole, and then he kind of tripped up. It didn't look like he was hit, so he made a cramped.
It cramped. I like the effort to get the first down, even though it didn't stand the holding call.
Kid is a player tonight. He is having one heck of a football game.
Yep.
But there was a holding on the play. It'll be 4th and 14. So Nick Ryan will come in to kick. Back deep will be Jai Gilmore. More officials are discussing it. Trying to get a hold of this football game, I guess. Seeing what the call is.
How much time do you guys know how much time we got?
So here we go. What are they doing? I don't know what happened. Holding.
That must be the conclusion of the 4th quarter.
Oh, that's the end of the 4th quarter. They're declining it. How is that first down if he got... Oh, I guess they marked him down. I guess they're saying he didn't get the first down.
Correction, that's the end of the 3rd quarter.
I'm very confused. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. No, I'm very confused. What are they doing here? They declined the football.
Give me a break.
So it's holding was the call on the Celtics. They declined it. I guess they called Montez Leaf down
prior
to getting the first down. That had to have been it. Yes. Now it's 1st and 10. I'm very confused because I thought they spotted that over the first down marker. The officials are really talking about. Coach Sturdivant is basically in the huddle, standing right next to the football, trying to get an explanation. As we all are. Now they're going to mark it off 10 yards. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. Where are they putting the football? Well, that was like an 8. Somehow the Celtics just lost 3 yards on the spot. Well, the last time they spotted it, it was right at the 35. Now it's at the 33. So I guess they're going to now accept the penalty. And Nick Ryan is going to come out to punt, but they do lose 2 yards somehow after the spot.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. 14-0 is the score. Nick Ryan is going to punt. It's 4th down and 16, 17. Back deep is Jai Gilmore. I am as confused as you are if you're listening to this game. And there's the punt. It's nearly blocked. Not a great kick at all by Nick. Gets a good hop by the Celtics. Rolls out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. They're going to mark it down at the 33. And there is another collision. Folsom has just been a magnet for 2 or 3 guys. Nick Folsom is 6'7", and he got lit up by the senior KJ Kinsler there. But no matter what, it's the Colts football 1st and 10 at the 35. They trail by 14. And is the time right? Is it 11:52 left to go in the 4th quarter?
Yeah.
So fourth quarter has happened.
Yep.
Very confused.
We're catching up ourselves, folks.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that took a lot of momentum off
just
both sides of it.
The game just kind of stopped. All right, so in the game now is Alford. He's in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the bottom. They're going to give it to the running back, Gaskins, and he's brought down after a gain of 4. That'll be 2nd down and 6.
Reese Mills on the tackle on that one.
2nd down and 6. 11:33 left to go here in this football game. Colts look to the line for the call. 3 wide receivers down to the bottom. And now they're going to call timeout. Oh, as there's a man down on the field by the Celtics. I'll tell you what, that's a fortunate break because there was nobody covering Turner there for the Colts at wide receiver. So here we go. It's 2nd down and 6. Ball sits right at the 39-yard line. 11:25 left to go in the game. Colts have an opportunity here to put points on the board because they are starting to get things going on the momentum side of offense.
Boy, they do. Then the momentum has been picking up. And if there's a time for them to actually make that momentum pay off in a touchdown, boy, it'd be right now on this drive.
We are still in the 3rd quarter. 3rd quarter, 1:51 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Holy cow.
I'm telling you, we have completely lost control of this football game here. So we thought there was 11:25 left to go in the 4th. There's 1:21 left to go in the 3rd. And they're still keeping it on the sidelines, or I'm sorry, on the field. So this is going to be fun if this ball game gets close at the end. All right, so here we go. 2nd down and 6. Alford is in shotgun. Behind him is Gaskins, and he's met for a loss of 2, 3 on the play, and that's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Back there so quick making that tackle. Nice.
So we are under a minute, maybe, left to go in the 3rd quarter. They're going to say he lost 2 on the play. That's going to set up 3rd down and 8. Trip wide receivers for the Colts to the bottom. Brown is now the running back. 2 Alford's left. Alford surveys the defense, calls for the snap, drops back, looks to throw to the right. He's got time. He's got a lot of time. Rolls out to his right. Has a man wide open in the flats. Turner was there. The throw was not. That ball was 15 feet over his head. Good throw there. Makes an easy 1st down.
I thought so, too. Almost looked like for a minute they was just thrown out of bounds to not take the sack or lose it, but he had a guy open there.
Sure did.
With a little room to run.
So now it's 4th and 8, and the Colts are going to punt.
Wow.
Good defensive stand there by the Celtics.
Great defensive stand when you think about now the way things have gone here with these last few minutes of what we have left, I guess, in the 3rd quarter. Now it's time for a little momentum shift.
Yeah, Corey King is back deep for the Celtics. And the always adventurous Gates is in there to the snap. It's a high one. He gets off a shanky, ugly, wobbly thing that bounces at the 30 and gets to the 27 before it's picked up, where it'll be 1st and 10, Celtics. Still something left in the 3rd quarter. The score is 14-0. Let's see what we do here. The officials are talking again. Not sure what that means. I think they're just barking and trying to figure out what the time left and giving that to each of the coaches. Nonetheless, it's 1st and 10 Celtics. The ball sits on the 27-yard line. Celtics are going to come to the line. They're moving from our right to our left. Kind of makes sense it wasn't the end of the 4th quarter because I was like, they didn't switch sides. It was very confusing there. Nonetheless, Red is back guiding the Celtics offense. He's in the shotgun formation. To his left is NTN is the running back. He's going to get the ball. He heads to the right side. Check that. That is Corey Bruton. And Tony Bruton puts his legs down and just turns his back and just turns and somehow gets 2 yards. Tony Bruton with a nice run.
Yeah.
That'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Celtics.
That's the 3rd time tonight in the backfield after each one of these plays. I've seen a battle royale, basically.
Yeah.
But the ref's not calling anything. He's letting him play because it's pretty much just back and forth, but it's quite the spectacle. It's what everybody's paying attention to at the end of each play.
So that will be, is that official, the end of the third quarter?
There it is.
And so we are going to finish up this game when we get right back.
Okay.
But you are listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
Welcome back to North Marion High School, where the Celtics lead 14-0. We're just starting the fourth quarter. And before we go any further, I really want to thank our sponsors. AutoMax, right on the corner, right on the price. Quality cars, quality prices. Life South Community Blood Centers. Give the gift of life. Donate blood today. Ocala Aviation.
Bingo.
Ocala has an airport. And Matt Wilkerson and Verizon Wireless. All right, so Red's in the shotgun. They're going to run the option to the left side. They give it to Bruton. Bruton makes a man miss, spins, turns, heads is down, and somehow gains 2 out of that. I mean, he must have moved. He put like 8 moves within the space of half a yard. And without any of them, he loses 2 on the play.
Exactly.
It's, he does a lot of jukes and spins, but every one of it is necessary.
Absolutely.
It's kind of fun.
Because he's the kind of running back, if there is a hole, he's through it. And he doesn't waste time with it, but if there's nothing, he makes a man miss.
And this is Celtics offense because they do that. Next thing you know, they go for 60. 3rd and 6 is on the play. Red's going to keep it himself. He heads up the middle, breaks a tackle. He's got enough for the first down. He's up over the 40-yard line. And then he gets a whole lot of help from this offensive line for a gain of 10 on the play. That's going to be 1st and 10 Celtics football. Ball sits right at the 43.
And at the heart of it, that's what you love about this Celtics, man. Just the way they keep their feet moving. They keep grinding. We always talk grinding. It's a cliche word. That's the definition of it, man. And you're in the fourth quarter. Extra few yards here and there. Now you're set up 1st and 10.
All right, so Red's in the shotgun. To his right is Corey King. He's going to fake it to King. He keeps himself, tries to make a man miss in the backfield. It's hit pretty good, and manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, he was popped right there at the end of that play.
Got a yard out of it.
He was lucky to get a yard out of it. Whew. All right, so we are going to have second. Wow, they gave him 3 on the play. That was a good spot.
Yeah.
That'll be 2nd down and 7. Ball sits right at the 46. I am sitting right at the 50-yard line, and this advantage point is fantastic. Crowd's starting to thin out here as we hit the 9:30 mark. 2nd and 7. False start is going to be called against the Celtics. It looked like the wingback kind of moved. I can't tell who that is.
Wasn't much, but
no, it was enough. Yeah, it looked like Eric Romero was there.
Yeah.
Kind of moved, didn't need to, and so that'll set up 2nd down and 14.
Anxious to pick up that block.
Yeah, he's that up back, fullback. Don't know what you call it in this offense, but he's lined up just to the left of the center in an up back formation, in front of the quarterback, offset from the running back. All right, so they're going to give it to Corey King. He runs over the left side behind big Kwiatkowski, but he breaks a tackle. Wow. Manages to get 2 or 3 yards afterwards. And there's a lot of extracurricular activity as Morales and one of the Colts is 15 yards off the ball, just going at it. This is some smash mouth football. That's going to set up 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 9.
Wow. I mean, every play, there is something 10 or 15 yards off the ball where they're just going at it clean. Once the whistle stops, they stop. Whenever it was, that would have been a personal foul.
Mm-hmm.
That night where we had like 15 penalties, 45
penalties.
Yeah. 3rd down and 9. 9:22 left to go in this football game. Celtics lead. All right, so they're going to give it to Bruton. Bruton heads over the middle, needs some help. Manages to somehow get past the line of scrimmage by the grace of God. And that's going to set up 4th down and 9. And so Nick Ryan is going to come out for yet another punt.
Ryan coming out the punt.
Gilmore will be deep.
Colts defense stepping up here and now get a chance to get the ball back here.
I don't know if the Celtics, you can ever call their offense conservative.
Right, but
because it's always conservative. But there were some very conservative calls.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Here's the snap. It's a good one. The punt is up. Nice. End-over-end kick. It's going to bounce at the 27-yard line. Gilmore's going to let it go out of bounds. And it'll be out of bounds right at the 24-yard line.
Yep.
Good kick there by Mr. Nick Ryan.
That's great right now with that little, like we talked about, a little conservative. Overall, that's how they play, but that looked a little gun-shy overall on that on that possession.
So Coach Alford's out on the field. He's not happy about something. I don't know if he's just turning on his team or trying to get something going. But, there's a flag on the play. Didn't see the flag.
Man.
There's a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Celtics. That's a big penalty there. Didn't see that on a play that went out of bounds. It was well behind the play. So that'll be 15 yards from the spot of the foul, I believe. Or I'm sorry, from where the ball went out of bounds. Because it was out of bounds at the 14, which was a great kick by Ryan.
Yeah.
And so now it's going to come all the way out to near the 30 after the 15-yarder. Wow, on the other side of the 30, to the 31. 8:30 left to go here in the football game. Colts got to get something going right here, right now to have a chance.
Yep.
They haven't been able to do much offensively. Their best play is either the bubble screen or the fade to the outside. Those are their two options.
I'm looking a little something big from the Celtics defense here to maybe get in that backfield.
3 wide receivers to the left side. Ship is in the slot. They're going to give it to the running back, and that's Brown. He breaks out to the outside, tries to get the edge, but is brought down from behind by King Red. But he does gain 4 on the play. That'll set up second down and 6.
You got about 4 on the play.
8:12 left to go. Second and 6.
8:12 left to go here.
Gaskins is now the running back.
If the Colts want to start something, it needs to start now.
3 wide receivers to the top. 1 to the bottom. Alford waits for the snap. He gets it. He looks to the right. He fakes it. Then he brings it back down, and he tries to get to the outside, but he's met by a whole lot of people, including Jordan Lewis, with a really nice play there by Tommy Wheeler. Tommy Wheeler just stayed at home, did his job, maintained that containment, and Alford had nowhere to go. They lost 2 yards.
He absolutely had nowhere to go. That was pure containment right there, just on the inside.
Wheeler's
great.
He's just coming back from injury. Junior, 6 foot, 200 pounds. Made a really good play there. As he's playing that outside linebacker position.
Long third down here for the Colts.
3rd and 9. 3 wide receiver to the right. That's where Alford looks. He's looking over the middle. What a great catch there by Jai Gilmore for a first down. As he gets over midfield, gets all the way up to the 46-yard line. Good effort there by Jai.
Look what I found.
Hey, that kid's a player, man.
Great catch.
I've seen him play a lot.
Great catch. That's what you want.
Mm-hmm. I'm taking a look at his father. His father's pretty pumped up down there on the sidelines.
That's a big first down.
He was my son's first head coach in football.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1st and 10. Here we go, 46. Alford's going to look deep to the right side. He's got his man open, and it's caught at the 15. And Montez Lee tries to pull him out of bounds, and he gets him down inside the 10.
Wow.
What a catch and throw. And again, same guy has been open all day, and that's Jari Turner. Wow. The big man can make a play.
That's a big play.
That was good coverage there by Leith, I believe, was out there.
Yeah.
Just couldn't stop him.
Just like that. We were talking about.
Best play by far and away, that fade. And that's what he threw. 6:46 left to go. Colts are inside the Automax red zone. Ball sits at the 8. 1st and goal. He looks over the middle, had a man open, looking for Gilmore in the end zone. Incomplete. And so that'll be 2nd down and goal from the 9, I guess they'll call it.
2 big plays by the Colts there that, just Wow, considering that that third down, third and long, that big play, pass play up the middle, and now just another one right after that. We were talking about how the Colts needed to get something going with what time's left here in the fourth quarter. You know, down 14-0. Now they have a chance to put something on the board.
Shotgun formation, trip wide receivers to the left. Gaskins is the deep man. They're going to give it to him. He breaks the tackle, heads over the right side, tries to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Colts! To cut this lead in half.
Wow.
If they can get the extra point, 6:36 left to go in this football game. And the Celtics in the second half, that lack of offense is really starting to bite them in the butt here. And now we've got a football game.
Yeah. Now,
Cody Wallace beat his group at the store.
All right, so we've got 6:36 left to go.
Big kick here, like you said, to actually cut it in half.
So Brendan Shipp is in for the extra point. He's pretty good from here.
Yep.
So let's see what happens. 6-0 is the score. The kick is up, and it's good as Shipp puts his foot into a nice one there. And that is 7 points for the Colts. 6:36 left to go. We've got us a heck of a football game. 14-7.
Stay tuned, folks.
Celtics offense has got to get it figured out.
Yeah.
How big is that holding call now?
Huge now.
On 4th down and 4, Celtics went for it and got it.
Right.
And then it was called back on a holding penalty, and then they had to punt it.
Yeah.
And then on the punt, there was a personal foul that moved it 15 yards. Instead of being at the 14-yard line, it was at the 30.
And that makes those two big
29.
plays huge when you're starting at the 29-30, and then now it's a whole different football game.
It surely is, because the Colts have decided in the second half their defense is held. Their offense is now done enough. Let's see what the Celtics can do, because the pressure is back on the Celtics. His almighty momentum is squarely on the Garnet side.
We've seen momentum shift a lot tonight. Just at some points, just kind of go away from the issue with the clock to where the penalty's coming from. But right now, the momentum's on the side of the Colts.
All right, so here we go. Brendan Shipp's going to come in to kick it. Back deep was Corey King. He kicks a kind of a squibbler that's picked up at the 35. He's over the 40, and he's over up into the 42.
Okay.
Couldn't check that number. Couldn't see who it was, but it was a nice little run. That'll be good field position for the Celtics.
Great field position to start here. So now it comes down to the grind that we talk about here. A little character need to be shown here. Boy, you put one on the board in this possession, there's your football game.
TJ Snowden with the return. One of those you can't figure it out until you get the pile on. All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 Celtics football. Ball sits right at the 43-yard line. 6:31 left to go in the football game. Trinity Catholic leads the Colts by 7. Important drive here. If nothing else, take some time off the clock.
Absolutely.
But we've seen these Colts can score quickly.
Yes. Speaking of time, we got 6.5 left here in the fourth quarter in the game.
So Rhett's in the shotgun. Wing is to the right. He's going to give it to Bruton. Bruton heads over up the middle. He breaks the tackle. He's over midfield, right at the first down marker. They're going to say he's just shy. That's going to be 2nd down and 1. Nice quick hit there by Tony Bruton.
There we go. That's what you're looking for.
It was a really good block on the edge there by the entire line, including Bradley